we're already like 20 minutes late, and I'm sorry that the stream visuals were down, so I'm going to redo the intro real quick. And I'll speed through it this time. Because you already know what you need to. I keep getting hair in my eyes! Fuck!
Maybe you should cut your hair.
Maybe I should. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Cult Fiction, the show where myself and a handful of other individuals of varying intellects and social statuses gather via the internet to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight we're picking up exactly where we left off last week, with Theo and Hal in the camp in disguise, the HellRaiser camp, and with Tharnak invisible. Chiron, you and Ajax are outside, and we're just picking up right where we left off. So if you want to figure out what that is, go watch last week's episode. Here we go. So we're going to start with Jeffy and Zombie. Theo and Hal.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, you're gonna
And not me.
wait even longer. Damn.
I'm
What?
sorry. Yeah. I'm
You
going
have to
to
think
push
about
it.
why.
He just likes us more.
You just have to think about why
That's
you're
fair.
surrounded around furries.
All
It
right.
is fair.
So,
Well, yeah, I guess we're headed over to those torture, because with our luck, our man is probably being tortured.
okay. A brief recap of what the camp looks like, just to bring you back into it. You came in with a bunch of essentially chained servants, if you will, slaves in the camp. Seem to be locals, but they are not. Most of them aren't in the best condition. Came through the one entrance, which is the sort of big double door gate. The walls stretch up essentially the height of the trees in this place. Meanwhile, immediately to your right is this sort of massive Overwatch tower where all the guards, not all the guards, but most of the guards seem to be gathering in a bit of a leisurely state. But there are various guards throughout the camp. Some of them, this is a very mixed bag around here. Some of the guards are that sort of rookie-esque look that you got, but there are a decent amount of blackguard, and just sort of varying ranking and structure in this place. And a whole bunch of people are doing different things. Some of the prisoners look better off. Some of the guards look a bit ruder than the average person, but others seem nice-ish, just doing their jobs. And then there's some, not so cooperative prisoners, but is what it is. To your left, grouping of wagons. There's also what appears to be a large stone building, which you can sort of gather. It's walled off with chains, and you get the sense that when they were talking about weapon crafting and stuff, that mute dwarf who escaped from this camp, you get the sense that's probably the forge he was talking about. Austin, that got real loud, bud.
Sorry.
It's a fan.
Fans.
Yeah, fan got real loud. Good.
How many
All good
fans
now.
does he? How many fans do you have?
Only one.
Only fans.
Okay. There's another smaller building on the left side, closer from this forge area. And there's a large building to your right, but there's a straight shot from you to this sort of torture circle, which seems to be in the relative middle of this camp. Of course, to your left, in the sort of northern side of the camp, is all those tables where people seem to be leisurely sitting down. And the far back of the camp has 6 sets of long rectangular buildings, which appear to be some form of housing for prisoners.
Okay.
To bring us back into that.
Well, I guess we'll head over to the torture one just to see if our guy's over there. Because he might be, and that'd be unfortunate, but Yeah.
Tharnak, are you sticking with them or are you splitting off to do something else?
I'm gonna stick with them for now.
Okay. All right. So, as the lot of you head to this torture circle, I'll give another brief description of it. Essentially, it is a massive circle of like sand and gravel, denoted by, as you walk up, there's kind of rocks that sort of mark the edge of it. On each of the 4 edges, there's not really an edge, but north, south, east, and west, there is a piece of torture equipment that looks a little like this. It is a rolling spike circle, I
That
guess.
doesn't seem like very. That doesn't seem very comfortable.
It's not, and as a matter
No.
of fact, as you approach, you see there is one sort of thin man who is actually pressed up against one, and is currently like barely, squirming around.
Can I say something? Elsie, you're very out of focus.
I'm very
Yeah.
thank you. What the fuck is up with that, buddy?
You're making the viewer look like they need glasses.
I mean, I need glasses, so why not?
Put your glasses on the camera.
Surely that'll do it. Okay.
I mean, you never know.
Back the nope. I got nothing. Get closer.
Check.
How's this?
No, not really.
Still doesn't
I
like
don't
you.
know how much is good.
Try turning your camera on and off again.
Sure, that'll you fix something.
Hey,
Hey,
You did. Okay.
I
Thanks,
didn't go to
bud.
1 semester
Cool.
of college for technology for nothing.
Fair enough.
I took no
All
technical
right, where was I?
classes.
Oh yes,
yeah, we're heading over to see this man.
there's currently one man who is essentially on this roller. His hands are tied back against the edges of this. On the solid, essentially here and here, there's a rope. This man is in the middle, and he is being currently impaled from behind by one of these large spikes. You see, standing in front of him, there is essentially a sort of a HellRaiser that bears the aesthetic of the kid that you talked to in Grimhaven, the tavern. See, he's currently just standing over him like, "Hey, I'll teach you to try and run away." Yeah. And see this man kick back. Please no. And you're walking up to this.
I'm gonna at least walk try to pass him and see if I can spot a tattoo if he has like a visible. Because I said it was like on his shoulder, right? Like outer shoulder.
Yeah,
Like
left shoulder area.
I was gonna see if I'm gonna ask this pretty much for everybody who come across. Can I see this?
All right. I'll presume you're looking out for that. You're currently getting his right side because you're on the lower end, so you have to do a full loop around.
That's fine. As long as I'm gonna just walk like I belong.
And we look like Blackguard, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I have an idea. I'm gonna walk up to this new HellRaiser.
As you're walking up, you see
I'll probably walk with you, but I'm gonna try to get a look on his right side.
I'll follow.
this guy. Actually, you can see on his exposed. He's shirtless. You can actually see in essentially this area just the hint of like a protrusion of where you think the spike is, this man has been full on impaled, and as you're walking up, you see this little this HellRaiser guy just comes over and just pushes on the edge. That's for trying to steal from me. The man just cries out in pain. What are you doing as you walk up?
As I walk, I'm gonna go. Trying to kill this man?
What of it?
It's not good business killing our workforce.
You see as you approach, and he actually gets a good look at you and sees your uniform, he kind of straightens up a little bit. Yes, sir. I understand.
Now, not saying don't have a little fun with it, but not good business killing off, our source of labor. Unless they, really.
Understood, sir.
One more thing will have your attention. Looking for someone. He's gonna hold his Harper medallion. Have you seen a man with this tattoo? It's for, let's say, revenge purposes.
Oh, do something to you? I can get. I mean, I have. I can.
All I'm
Yeah,
asking is if you've
sure,
seen if you've seen it.
yeah, I mean, there's a guy around here somewhere. I don't know where he is right now, but I've seen that. It looks more like just the harp, though. I don't know if it's the full thing there. That looks kind of.
Could you give me a description of him? One of his friends did something to me.
Yeah, I think he's a dwarf. Dwarf man somewhere around here. I think he's got black hair. I'm not responsible for him, so I don't pay much attention. But this
Do you know?
was where I was.
Do you know who is responsible for him?
Just stand there menacingly.
Unfortunately, not so. Make an intimidation check, Theo.
I'm not really that good at that.
Can I assist?
I'm going to try to assist him just by standing there menacingly. I'm not
Or
trying to.
Sure. I'll tell you. Here's I'll make an intimidation check with advantage because Theo is helping.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stand there like I know what I'm doing here. Like,
All right, the first one was a 7, but with advantage, we'll see what the second one is. 19.
19. Yeah, okay. This guy totally backs the fuck up and he's like, yeah, got it. I'm sorry. I just, he tried to escape and, the policies and, put him here.
No, understandable. Just saying, we do this to send a message, but we're not trying to kill off our workforce. So I understand what you're doing, and you're doing a good job.
Thank you, sir. Oh. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not. I was trying to send a message, and I'm not highest rank here, so I don't know everyone in the camp. I just know the people that I'm. I mean, I can get the guy I work for if that.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, dwarf man, black hair. He just kind of takes a look around.
That's all. Carry on, and I will walk away.
I'll just give him a nod and
give him a nod.
I'll see if he says anything after he looks around. But
he just gives a little bit of a sigh of relief that you didn't do anything strict to him. Like he's kind of scared for a second.
Okay. Turn back.
Consider yourself lucky.
My goal there was just to get a description of the guy that we're looking for.
Yeah, figured.
In addition, around this torture circle, you see there are also 4 pillories.
Uh-huh.
You get the sense what this dude did was probably the worst of the punishments in the circle. But there's pillories for essentially public shaming. You
Mhm.
currently see the tallest man you have probably ever encountered, who is currently standing towering over one of these pillories, where there's currently um, a man kind of propped up in it, head stuck through, arms. And you see this, it's just spits down on him, just like the other HellRaiser did.
Mhm.
You see the man inside just kind of starts weeping. This tall Goliath just kind of looks down at him. Yes, yes, cry like baby. Should not have been born in Ruthin.
This man's a heavy Russian. Holy shit.
They're like 8 feet tall.
I'm gonna telepathically speak to Theo and go, damn, I want to be that tall.
I'm gonna cast a message and say, I mean, I guess.
Additionally, there's one other thing that draws your attention in this torture circle, as this sort of pillory was located in essentially the northeast. Saying as cardinal directions in this torture circle are the spikes. The northeast, southeast, all that stuff. Those are the pillories. In the center is a massive cage tree that is made up of 4 of these, but there is essentially an extension on each side and a cage in it.
Right.
You see 2 people in there. There is one man who looks not very well fed, and he is currently drenched in water. You see there's a bucket at the base, and it is a bit chilly out. You also see there is a dwarven woman. Both of them don't look great. The dwarven woman is completely nude. And both of them are essentially just stuck up in these cages, kind of looking out. See, the woman is kind of trying to cover herself, but
Right. I'm gonna turn to Hal quietly and go, assuming Thar can probably hear us, like, let's make sure we don't not here too long. I know most of the Harpers want to hit this place, but let's gather some forces first before we try to, set the whole place on fire.
I think we should ask him, talk to some of his prisoners, see if they know a black-haired
Dwarf with a
dwarven
tattoo.
man with a tattoo.
Cover story, we could say we found this medallion off a thief and ruined them, or in Grimhurst. And we're trying to just ask questions, see if we can find them.
I think if we become more cooperative to them, they might be willing to share some more information.
Well, how do we do that? Offer food, offer reward,
Yeah.
bring them forwards. You got
I have some rations.
a meal for the man who can bring us this man.
But we don't want to, go about yelling that.
I think I got some rations as well. I also have alcohol, which might go a long way. I have 10 flasks on me. That I bought at the start of the caravan, so they're aged.
With these people that are like hanging
It's
in
6 packs,
cages,
10
in
flasks.
cages.
are they like other guards like around them, or are they just kind of hanging by themselves?
They're just kind of hanging up there. You get this. You get the sense this is essentially a tier system of public shaming and forms of torture for doing various actions that are deemed unfit. There are no guards. There's like some around, obviously, that are just kind of going about their time and patrolling and everything. But it doesn't seem like there's someone actively just standing there on guard duty.
Can I find a cage without a guard like in earshot?
Technically, both of them have this massive Goliath man right next to them as this guy is in the pillory. But
Well, if you want to talk to them, I can.
the cages are in the middle of
Is the really tall dude a normal guard or is he a black guard?
He is. Give me a second. Well, actually, here.
Goliath.
Test your luck. He's a normal guard.
Nice. Think you can?
He looks a little like better off than
More experienced.
the rookies, but he's not a black guard.
I have an idea. Do you think you can talk to these guys?
The two of them?
Yeah.
I mean, I can cast Whisper to them, or message, and whisper in their ears.
You think you can convince them to talk with you?
It's going to be difficult because they don't really have a reason to trust me.
I'll give them a reason. I think I can take care of this big dude.
What's your plan?
Give me the alcohol.
How much alcohol?
3 flasks.
3? All right. What should I ask him?
You're gonna take over for him.
Wait, what do you mean take over for them?
I'm going to take this man out for some drinks for a minute.
Okay.
And they're gonna be his replacement. You're gonna be his replacement. Just see if they know where they can find the black. You're gonna ask the prisoners. I'm thinking
in return.
give them some, maybe throw them some rations, or just promise them that we'll be back.
All right.
Or short sentences, whatever you think you can pull.
Are these cages locked?
Yeah, they are. They look to be made of a sort of. These ones are actually made out of wood, and there is essentially. They do appear to be currently locked. Yes, that's the simple answer.
All right. Tharnak, you still around?
I'm going to telepathically say to Theo, yeah, I'm still right here.
I have a plan for later if we need to unlock one of these. If you can subtly trip a guard while I knock into him, I'm able to swipe a set of keys off.
Oh, I could easily do that.
We might have to do that later. So
yeah.
All right. I guess I can try to talk to these two. I don't know how sentencing really works here. I don't think it's like regular prison.
Or no, just sentence them from their current situation, not their.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if unlocking it would erase suspicion. I can at least give them food, I suppose.
Yeah. Or just convince them that we're not one of these guards and we'll be back.
All right. Hand you 3 flasks.
Hal's going to walk over to the Goliath man.
My fucking 10.
Okay. You see he's currently cracking every single knuckle slowly and is just looking down at this man saying, yes,
I guess I should say.
and that will teach you to have too many ration. Stick to your share. Bitch.
Hal's going to walk up and instantly shake his hand.
But
very proud of the work you're doing here. As a reward, I would like to share a drink with you. You've done an excellent job. Yes. You have done an excellent job overseeing in your time here.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, one sec. Persuasion, I'm pretty good at.
Does that have advantage or no?
He's providing the ale.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you walk up with the flask in hand?
Oh, of course. I just got it from Theo.
Mhm.
That's a 15, and if I do have advantage, I'll roll it again. But
15 will do it.
okay,
You see this
With a Russian
towering
accent.
man
Cat this here type.
bends down, his face right in front of yours a little bit. You can smell his terrible breath. He looks down to you. Is this promotion?
not yet.
I see. Okay.
But
Stepping stones.
let's say this is a networking opportunity.
I will take.
And then Hal's gonna lead him away,
And I'll walk
flask in hand. Oh, and yeah, and you'll just take a spot.
So
I would kind of like an intelligence check to see if he knows what networking is.
It's probably not a word at this point. I'm gonna be honest. Career advancement.
I bet it is.
it's when a couple of magic items are linked together by some sort of binding spell.
As you walk away, as you start leading him away, he gives a swift kick of the dirt up into this man's face. Just, and you remember, Vlad give you shit till the day you die.
He's Vlad the Impaler. He's Vlad the Impaler.
Oh my god, he's Vlad the Impaler.
I'll be right back.
So Hal's gonna find a table, like not like out of earshot, definitely.
There's a ton of tables in this sort of recreational area, and the interesting thing too, as you walk into this sort of lunch space or food area, one way or another, is that you see at all these tables, people seem to be mostly just chilling out.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's actually a guard sitting with a prisoner. You know, this seems to just be a chill area as opposed to the very, very brutal torture circle. It's an odd juxtaposition.
That is weird. It seems like in this place, if you just do what you're supposed to, you'll be fine.
You know what I forgot about? I had 2 flasks of water. Give me one of the water ones.
That's fine. That's fine. I also think of alcohol that I made myself as a brewery. As a brewer. Yeah, so I was gonna sit him down, hand him one of the flasks, and say, "You are exactly the kind of guy that we would want being a part of our crew here. You're massive, strike fear into enemies' eyes. So he just wanted to reward you a little bit with a little bit of a token of appreciation, and just get to know you a little bit better."
Thank you. He just downs this flask, which is tiny in his hand, and just it's basically a shot to him.
Yeah, shot ale too, so it probably didn't even do much.
Well, I have 2 more. So.
You hear him just kind of mumble under his breath, the piece of water.
Yeah, I got it off a caravan guard in Ruitham, so I can't expect the best out there.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. While the two of them are doing that, Theo?
Look at the. You said it was a dwarven woman and a human man.
Mm-hmm. The human man is in clothes, but they are completely drenched.
Who looks better off between? Like, who looks? I guess the woman is, not wearing clothes, so that would make her worse off.
She's not drenched in water though,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's kind of It's a toss
I
up.
plan on asking both of them. I'm gonna look at the man and go, well, you got a break from the big man over there. I can make it worth your while if you have any information for me.
What do you need?
I'm looking for a dwarf, black hair, male, and he has a harp tattoo. You know anything about him?
Uh, you see, he looks over to the woman for a second, and then just kind of looks back, and seems to be he's keeping himself quiet.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I'm not gonna hurt him. In fact, I'm gonna do the opposite. Like I said, I can make it worth your while and his if I can just find him.
Well, and he kind of looks over at the woman in the cage next to him. Hmm. We know nothing.
Let's see, how can I do this?
Oh,
He is other prisoner, yes.
Do you know anything about the tattoo he keeps? What they might call a harper.
Make an insight check.
It's not my best skill, but it's not my worst. That is a 6. So what is
Between the two of them, neither seems to really have much of an idea, or at least
showing
they
me?
are. Yeah.
Well,
am I with him?
you should be
Yes.
next to me, I suppose. If you didn't
Can
know.
I also-
Unless you want to.
Can I also make an insight check?
Sure.
Because I am amazing at insight, apparently.
That's really surprising because he's kind of a fucking dumbass.
I have a +5 to
Wait, plus 5 to insight.
I have +5 insight.
I, for one, am shocked.
So,
That's a 12.
Neither of them seem to have any idea.
how can I do this?
Either that or they're very skilled at.
But yeah, out of question, I have I made insight a proficiency.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe Tharnix is playing us off. Maybe he's not really a fool, but he plays bumbling idiot.
We'll never fucking know, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, what do you want to know? The
I want to know
man
where
kinda,
he is. Because
where he is. Oh.
or if you know anything about him. A name.
What are we talking here? Can I get
Well,
a towel?
I can give you food.
Release.
Food, towels.
Food's not going to stop the hypothermia.
Let's see. Let me
I
check
don't
to see
want
what
to lose my fingers. I need my fingers to work. If you get me out, I'll work double time. I promise. I don't want to lose my hands.
Alright. And letting you out won't let them just kill you if I let you out.
What?
If
And
I
I just kind of.
If I let you out, they won't, throw you back in here immediately.
The woman continues to kind of cover herself, but leans down towards you. And who's they?
The men who wear this armor.
She looks back and forth.
And the blackguard.
Theo.
Yeah.
Interesting person to talk to. You hear a response in Thieves' Cant.
Ooh.
The woman says, "Can you be more specific? Who are you?"
I'll respond with Thieves' Cant. Which I guess Darnik would not even know what I'm saying, so this could be weird.
Yep. It's a weird conversation that's going on.
I'm somebody who has their own agenda, helping out an organization here that wants to make this area less hostile to everyone they come across. I said Harper earlier.
Are you telling me that as the DM, or are you saying that in your Thieves' Cant?
I said that in Thieves' Camp. The organization calls themselves the Harpers, but I'm not one of them, but I'm like that.
Make a persuasion check.
And this will be what bells from the grave.
Ooh.
I'm going to telepathically speak to Theo and go, "What kind of fucking language are you speaking?"
Yeah, you
motherfucker?"
heard this from Theo, and this woman was like a long, drawn out, like 4-paragraph phrase. Because that's what Theo does. It takes 4 times as long to say whatever you said, and it sounds very eloquent. I actually have a table of how to speak a Thieves' Cant in my Google Drive.
Isn't this like supposed to be a quick mission? Why are you like trying to sell her something?
It would sound like that.
So, speaking of fucking essay,
The whole time, the man too is just kind of looking back and forth, like, "What the fuck is going on?"
19.
Can I? Sonic just jokingly telepathically speaks to him. Go, "Don't worry, bud. I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know what's happening either."
What the fuck?
Can I? What do you want to know? Like, I'm not feeling all right. I think I'm
19.
getting sick.
He's freezing in the winter weather. Like, he might be going insane. Hypothermia would start to set in.
Yeah.
Hallucinations could do that. Yeah, I rolled a 19.
The woman gives you a reply. "My name is Grenwick. Londrol is the man you're looking for."
Okay. I will. Are there any guards around watching me?
what was her name? What was her name again?
Renwick.
Renwick.
Renwick. I feel like that's familiar. I feel like that is the name of one of the Harpers. It was though, right?
Am I allowed to? I feel like it's metagame if I say anything.
No, I wrote them all down.
I mean, would be in the thing.
What was your first name? So the other name too? It was Grenwick and what?
Londrol. It's the guy that was in the Frost Beast lair. Londrol.
I'm gonna ask Carrie and Thieves if she.
Londrol was not the one in the Frost Beast Slayer. That was Griffin.
Harper Intel 25-4R, Agents Londrol and Bonewall. Agents Londrol, Bonewall, and Toby Alexander Stottier?
Yes.
Renwick.
Right. Yes. Londrol was not in the Frost Beast Slayer. He did not die at that point. However, he
Well, I
was
wasn't saying he died.
on the first expedition.
Yeah, I was just saying he was on that expedition.
I'm gonna look at.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought you meant he was dead in the Frost
No,
Beast Slayer. I was
no,
like,
no.
that was Griffin. You got the.
No. I was just saying he was there.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna look at Grenwick and ask a Thieves' Cant if she is a Harper.
A hesitant but slow nod.
Respond to Thieves' Cant. Oh, great! We're here to get you two out of here.
That would be nice.
Right.
I'm gonna telepathically
I
speak to
knew
her and
you'd
go.
come one day.
I'm gonna telepathically speak to her
I
and
actually
go.
have no idea
I'm
what
here
any
to-
of this is.
I'm gonna telepathically go. I'm here too. Can't see me, but I'm here.
God, I love this organization.
I'm gonna look at her again and ask if the other man is with her.
You see, she kind of awkwardly makes a shift of her arm and points towards the tables. Make a perception check.
All right, I should be good at this. This is what I put proficiency in, right? Right.
I make one too.
Why do Why does Theo suck at every skill except for the direct thief ones?
Because that's what he is.
I wonder.
He is a
interesting.
thief.
Okay,
Wait,
that's
can
weird.
Tharnak,
That's weird.
can Tharnak also make a perception check?
Sure.
I rolled
Hey,
13.
that was a 14. What's your
13,
oh, you get
14.
you rolled? Did you
Um,
add proficiency or anything?
What?
Yeah, I assume. Well, sure enough, it is actually a bit easier to see. As you look past Hal and Vlad the Goliath, you see a few tables down a dwarven man that seems to match the general description. And you can actually see a little like blackish blue ink spot on his arm. You can't quite make out what it is, but there is a tattoo in that area.
And what was it? His name was Londro. I'm gonna cast. How far away is Hal? Less
I mean,
than 120 feet.
I'm out of earshot, but I
Less-
don't really know how far it is.
120 feet.
Where is
Uh,
he? Is he less than 30 feet?
Is he less? No, he's less than 120.
Yeah, because Theo can cast
I
Whisper.
can cast message up to 120 feet. So
Well,
sorry,
I can just
message, yeah.
telepathically speak
That's a
to
question
her.
for LC because I don't know.
Considering I can just
Okay,
like
so
talk to him.
to be fair, okay, how far into this area did you want to go, Hal? Because
Just the first one you find out of earshot. That was the goal.
so like the first table. So you're kind of close-ish to the residence buildings.
Uh,
And a little bit to the just like probably the second table in. I'd say with like a couple steps you could probably pull off a message and then
okay, I'll cast message and talk
I'm
to
doing
Hal and say,
great.
Hal, the dwarf. Fuck. Hal,
there he goes.
the dwarf named Londro is sitting right next to you.
Oh shit.
But I
he's
found
Um,
another.
now,
Harper.
yeah.
You found another.
You can respond, yeah.
You found another Harper.
Okay, message again. Yeah, it's a dwarven woman that was in the cage.
Renwick.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, well, we gotta get them both out of here.
All right, well, cast back. What's your plan?
Uh,
How do we get them both out of here? Do we just carry them, like, or take them?
take
out?
them. It's a new punishment, and then I create them chaos.
What should I do with the guy here?
Listen, I can get at least one of them out myself.
That is up to you.
True.
I would just
Yeah,
need a
the-
safe place to actually be able to cast the spell.
I can. We can get Grenwick out of here easy. Not Grenwick. The other one. I can take. I don't. Wait. How many words do I get from message?
you get a sentence, and I can keep casting. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
So
Let
do
me
it back.
take. Tharnak, come to me. I can take. This is all semicolons.
Like very large round.
I can take the Harper around the
I wanna
corner.
give you inspiration for that.
I already have.
I'll take it.
Damn it!
Yeah. Okay. Tharnak, come to me. I can take the dwarf around the corner. You cast invisibility and then wait for a signal when we go outside.
Okay.
All right. What should I do with the
So-
man and woman here? The man is
That
not
is-
hard. But
That I don't know. That is up to you.
they seem to be together.
I'm going to start walking over to Hal, and I'm gonna look at Theo, telepathically just go, good luck, I guess. Don't die. You're alone now.
All right. Is anybody looking over at the cages?
You're in essentially the middle of the camp,
Yeah.
so even people who aren't actively looking are kind of looking.
I could create some chaos.
Well, I want to get this cage open. I want to get both these
I
cages
mean,
open.
I could
You're-
also create some
you're a
chaos.
thief.
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of the place. I can't just pick a lock and they're open. All right, I have a plan.
I have an idea. Okay. I'm going to walk back, tell both these people, go to Theo, and go, listen, when I get into a safe place, what I could do is if I am able to cast darkness on your location, you pick the lock, and then go from there. I'll
What
figure
happens
out
after?
we'll have another commotion. So we'll have two commotions going on. I'll create one and I'll create one. What happens
Homer-
is,
I can't speak here. Never mind.
so I'll do it do that. I'll have Hal create a commotion in the other corner so a bunch of people aren't looking at you. I'll tell you which way to get out. You get out that way. We'll get you
There's
out.
only one exit though. That's the thing. We have to get them to open the gate somehow.
We'll get that.
Can I see how
Right.
the gate is opened from here? Is it like a crank or is it like?
There is up in this massive circular guard tower, and of course there are the extra watch towers that do line the wall. Again, this wall is thick, and it's essentially there's a little walkway from this massive tower to the two opening gates. And as a matter of fact, the walkway continues over the gate to the other side.
How far away is the center from the gate?
Sorry.
How far away is the center?
It's actually the torture circle is a little closer to the gate. It's actually taking a look at both sides of the camp. It's a little skewed towards that western wall, so it's a bit closer to the gate. But
How far away?
I don't have an exact
I'm gonna-
measurement for you.
I'm gonna ask
But
Tharnak. I'm gonna ask
there's
Tharnak how many things can you cast fly on?
One at a time. Invisibility, it's two at a time.
Could you cast fly twice?
Theoretically, I would need 30 minutes though. I only have one spell slot.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's probably not gonna work.
Yeah, no.
Because I was gonna say if we could break them both out, cast fly on both of them, they could zip over to where Chiron is.
That's true. The
But-
issue is
Yeah,
I can only cast one on one creature right now.
and
I only have
doesn't
one
casting
spell
break
slot.
casting spell would break your invisibility too.
Considering they're both concentration, yes. So what I'm thinking is if I can get to a safe location, be able to cast darkness on you, on your location.
I could just ask somebody to open the cell.
You could do that. But I'm saying is I do have darkness. That is a possibility. I'm going to relay that to Hal real quickly and see what we can come up with. And basically I'll just be the messenger here because I can walk around freely and telepathically speak to both of you.
All right, if I ask the rookie that we spoke to earlier to open the cell, I can have him I can have her walk over to where Hal is with us and have them be together. I'll throw her some clothes or something.
Yeah. Okay.
They can get put together, and then that's the two of them. This man seems to be with her, so I feel like I should take them both. Maybe I'll take them both. Say it's a new punishment or something. I need them to go outside the gate. So maybe they'll open the gate for a black card.
I have a question.
Yeah.
They're both dwarves, right? Out of character.
No, one's a human, one's a dwarf. Oh, both
in the
both-
cages, but both the
Yeah.
Harpers are dwarves.
Okay. This is another technical question I have.
Oh no!
Why is it that I think I know where this is going?
I think I know where it's going to.
Okay.
I think I know where this is going.
Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Invisibility states anything the target is wearing or carrying could theoretically
No.
one of them be carrying another human.
We've had this
No.
already before.
That is classified as a different creature.
But they're carrying them.
No.
What if we put them both in the
Balboa
trench
goes
coat?
invisible when I turn invisible and he's on me. The living gloves are invisible. Both.
Not a creature.
Okay, but Balboa is.
Although it is, which is why he probably shouldn't be invisible whenever he's on.
But he is.
Is he?
Underneath their clothing, though, that's the difference, I think. So if you
Just
found a really
drape a
large,
robe over them.
What if we found one really large trench coat? Put them both on. Threw the trench coat over them.
they cast a fly.
Why is it that I predicted this the second that RJ said he had an idea?
Yeah,
like,
me too.
word for it. Like,
Hey guys, they're both dwarfs, right?
Yeah, I go, oh no. Let's see. I can ask someone to open both these cages. Their time has been served. I'm a blackguard, so I don't normally deal with prisoner guard here, but the guy went and talked to him, as he probably saw. And then I can move them back towards the gate. Use minor illusion to have them have a chain between the two of them and say we're going out.
I'm not here, so I can't comment.
I am going to relay all of that to Hal.
That's a good idea, but let's not sleep on the fact that
Yeah,
you
just
turn one. Ah, fuck, you're right.
I'll cast a message to Hal, fill him in on the idea.
All right. That's a good idea, but let's not forget the fact that we can actually just turn one of them invisible.
I mean, yeah.
As I turn and give Goliath Vlad the third thing of ale.
I do not mean to impose, but are you okay?
Yeah, I have a busy day ahead of me. I've been thinking through some of the new punishments I want to put out. I get a little excited about new punishments, if you can't tell.
Schizophrenia.
It looks like you are talking under breath. And that is.
That's something I do normally. It's just I talk to myself a lot.
All right, I'll
Okay.
see his bathroom, so he's gonna be back. All right.
I like to talk through my my new ideas. I'm very creative that way.
Did not mean
That-
to
no.
question.
Oh no,
Joke
I
or
like
shit?
I like an inquisitive mind.
All right, I will. I guess tell Darnik to turn one of them invisible. Maybe the one not wearing. Maybe the woman, 'cause she's not wearing any clothing, so that's gonna be a bit weird. I just head out to someone in the nude.
We can get her done, and yeah.
I'll grab the man and
Let's
chain
go.
him up.
You know what I could do? Cast darkness on the area. I can see through it. And then
Goliath might be able to too. I don't know how dark vision works through darkness.
so darkness. It's magical darkness, so nothing.
Oh, I
A
can't see.
creature with dark vision can't even see through it.
So I
even
can't
with
see it.
so
It is
even
just a pitch black sphere that appears.
So
Yeah,
the issue
you've
with that is
seen
I
it.
can't see anything.
Yeah. So
So
I
if
can see
I'll try to
everything.
pick a rock that I can't see.
Well, the point was to try and. Fair enough. See, I can see through it.
Alright,
So
I'm gonna
I
ask
get
this,
in there.
I'm gonna ask this rookie to unlock both cages.
Who?
The rookie that we talked to earlier.
Okay, you see
It should be
he's
nearby.
he's kind of walked away from the torture circle, and he's just kind of looking, arms folded, on the pushed up against one of the housing barracks, which you see.
Or just anyone nearby. Anyone that looks. It doesn't have to necessarily be him, but any rookie nearby.
Um. You do see a blackguard Goliath walk past.
I wouldn't ask a black group member.
Okay. And you also see a dwarven man who does appear to be in the slightly not blackguard level, but a little elevated.
Okay, I'm gonna find the lowest elevator percentage, so probably that same person before.
Okay, yeah. He's currently up against that building, just kind of like talking to himself. Damn it, I feel bad. No, I'm not gonna get. Oh.
I'm gonna walk over him and go, I'd like to earn some favor.
Yeah, no, anything, sir. Yeah, I would love that. What can I do for you?
Well, we're gonna need two things. We're gonna need A, some clothes for that woman, and B, for you to unlock those two cages if you're able to.
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
No
Can
such better way to get around this.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for this because that was a 7.
Okay.
That is what I like to see. That is with the Wells from the Grave. That is 19.
Whispers of the. I think. Okay. I feel like I need to talk to my. Do you know who put them in there? Because I don't really know who put them in there. Was that you? I'm sorry. If that's you, I'll do it. It's cool.
Well, it wasn't
I
exactly.
don't have the keys.
Oh, you don't have keys? Okay, never mind then.
No. I just tied up
this
one guy over there.
I thought some manual labor could do them some good, but
Oh, well, yeah, sure. I mean, well, it's the daily, but yeah, I could see how that. Yes, sir. Do you want me to run and get them for you? Because I can do that if you don't want to. I mean, not that you're not capable, but like if you want me to do something, I'll. Yeah, sir.
so you're saying you can get those things?
Yeah.
Key and some clothing.
Well, I mean, if I have your permission, then yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure you actually are able to do those.
Well, yeah, but with your permission.
Then yes, with
Just
my permission.
tell me what rack to pull them off of. I'll get them for you. But
yeah, just any. I'm just looking for work clothes for the woman. I don't want to take her out into the woods if it's
Right,
dropped
right.
down dead.
I don't really know about the cage keys. That's a bit above my.
Oh, I see why that'd be an issue.
But like, I'd love to do that for you. No, really. We can do that.
Have I seen like what keys would work with this before? The him question.
The
Because I don't know if they look different or like I've seen like the type of lock.
yeah. Make a investigation check, I guess, or you know what? Make a thieves' tools intelligence check.
Okay, so that's my intelligence plus thieves tool, which I have expertise in. So that's a +9.
Shit.
Elsie's just like,
Like, I was like, God damn, I've been outsmarted.
That is hold up.
Elsie just outsmarted himself.
That is a 26.
Yeah, you're. It's a lock for chumps. Like that could be picked with like the flick of a wrist. You've done that shit a long time. You get the sense it's just a standard like basic key. You've been through the.
Problem is, he said what racks they have different keys for their stuff, which is better than I thought they would have. Actually, probably worse. It means they have like one set of like large racket keys that like all the locks are probably unique because they didn't get a standardized system. Judging by that, could I tell him what type of key would be used? Like,
Sure, yeah. It's probably. You didn't get a really good look at the lock, but you're able to probably piece together by the way it's positioned.
like the width of the whole like.
Yeah. You could try to describe it to him.
Yeah.
I'll make an intelligence check to see if he knows what the fuck you're talking
Yeah. So I'm like so just distressed at my plan.
There's such an easy solution to this. Oh my fucking god.
I could try that. Yeah.
All right, if you can't, just find someone who can tell you because I don't have the time for that.
Oh, yeah. I'll just ask one of the guys in there. They probably, yeah. I got you covered, sir.
All
Don't
right.
worry about it. Kind of tips.
There's such an easy way to do this.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're thinking. You guys let me hear my own. You literally said good luck.
Give Tharnak a 30-second
You might be
how
really
to
good.
dummy lockpick, and he'll do it.
You might be really good at improv, but me myself, no. Well, I'm gonna do an improv, but thinking of how to rob a place on the fly, that's not something I actually know.
All right.
I'm just gonna head back towards the things, the hanging
the
trees.
cages.
Yeah.
Okay. You see this kid kind of takes off at a brisk pace towards the tower. Is Austin gone still?
He went to the bathroom. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm just gonna say this might be a good time to cut over to him, but in that case, what
Oh,
else?
how? That's how. Wait, how they used to walk into the Goliath?
I'm still chilling with the Goliath guy.
Okay.
That is when I squish his skull with my bare hand. It
That
was
is
a glorious experience.
that is pretty impressive.
Yes.
Let me tell you about the one time I broke a friend out of prison.
We're on the mainland.
Back on the mainland, two of my friends have a bad. Their organization has a bad reputation. If you know what I mean.
On mainland.
Yeah, I'm a well-traveled. That's for another time. A lot more stories. Let's just say I've been hired for my expertise.
Was it on raid? Viking raid?
Oh yes, it was.
Ah.
And let's just say I have some friends that got caught.
Some friends on the other side.
I see. I have always wanted to go on Viking raid. I think
One day.
one day. Yes.
You might be a little tall for the ships though.
Yeah. I
Limited.
can fit in ship.
I believe it.
Need muscle.
Although I would watch out for crossbows though. They seem to go towards tall things.
I can take it.
I don't doubt that. Maybe I'll put in a good word for the raids one day.
Much appreciated.
You can always use more muscle.
Our next gonna. Oh, sorry. You still talk to him? Because I have an idea.
I'm just trying to stall for time. Out of character, of course.
Thardak. So Thardak knows where the dwarf is, right?
And Hal knows too.
He's a few tables past Hal.
So
Like-
Tharnak is gonna go up to him.
You see he's currently in the middle of a conversation with a couple other prisoners.
He's going to telepathically speak to him and just go, "Listen, don't freak out." Fuck. Wait. Hold up.
Just, I can imagine. Fuck, wait, hold up. Oh.
This is Griffin, right? It's
No.
double checking. Wait, no.
No.
No, it
Oh,
was,
Griffin's dead. Right.
Griffin fucking died. It's
What's
Lone
this?
Troll.
Lone Draw? Oh,
Oh, I don't know if you know that though, right?
hey, would I know this guy's name?
Would you?
Because we were talking. No, because I said Lone Troll's behind you. Oh, but I said that too.
Well, you were whispering, so I probably heard you.
Well, whispering is just the one-on-one.
I mean, you told him to relay everything he told me.
Oh, right.
So I would know who it is. Okay.
Yeah, you would know that his name is Lone Troll.
Lone Draw, listen, don't freak out. Stay quiet. We're here for you. My name is Tharnak Kalu. My one friend talking to the Goliath over there. He is a harper. The other one over by the cages. They're both in Blackguard, by the way. Armor.
He was middle of the conversation and he just drops. The person across.
He
You good?
is helping us as well. We're all here to get you out. And the naked lady. Stay quiet. I'll be back. Continue. And I walk away.
Hey, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Where was I? He goes back into a conversation. Hmm. Okay. All right then.
I'm actually gonna walk back up to Theo and go, if we're gonna use my darkness, just tell me when and I'm ready. I just need to get to a safe spot. Because invisibility will disappear.
That'll be a last resort, Evan. I'm just gonna see if I can get them to open these cages. I'm saying I gotta do this in whisper. Because then I might be able to just walk them out. If Hal's here, we got 3 prisoners, 2 guards, might be able to just walk them out. If I can get them actually chained up.
Do you want me to go look for some chain?
No, I mean, I figure they have them. I asked them for clothing and key. If you can maybe find I feel like they're going to be by the gate anyway, but if you want to confirm that, then yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be back. I also told the other guy that we're breaking out that
Just be ready.
we're here to break him out. Yeah. Basically I told him your Hal's name. I think I left your name out of it. And
Good.
of course. And just you're helping us and that Hal is a Harper.
Okay, good to know.
So
I want to bring this other dude out because they seem to get together, and I feel like the Harper's going to need free guilds. So I feel like he could be a good candidate for them.
That's fair. I
They seem to trust him.
I did not mention him, but I can turn one of them invisible, whoever you wish.
Well, I think I might walk them both out.
Well, I'm saying I have one invisibility. I can turn me and one other person invisible. So whoever you need invisible, considering there's 3 of them, I can get one of them at least.
All right.
I'm now going to go look for some chain. I'll be back.
Okay.
And I'm going to go look for some chain.
As
that
you
we can use.
run off. Here's what I'll do. Make a perception check, Darnay.
I think it should be that hard to find chains and cuffs in a prison.
That's a 14.
You never
14.
know.
Strangely enough, it's kind of difficult. I mean, there's people who, actually have them like on their belt in their uniform, some of the guard. But you do see a lot of people seem to be centralized around this sort of big guard tower. And as you're actually going that way, you see this kid comes back running towards Theo with some chains and like 5 sets of keys. And he
Been there.
Me and the propane exchange tank.
Yeah. Me, people kind of cigarettes they wanted, just gonna be like with all of them.
all right. So I wasn't sure. So I just got as many as I could on the rack that the guy pointed to. Some of these, one of them's gonna open. I'm sorry, first time. But if you just point out which one, and I'll know in the future.
Would I know which one it is? Just grab the lock.
Based on your previous check, you can narrow it down to like 3.
I'll grab those
potentials.
3. I'll grab those 3. I'm gonna say All right, Kim, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always forget, so that's why I didn't tell you. I'm gonna grab but it's one of these three.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay. Because I was kind of worried, but
That's why I was, to be totally honest. That's why I didn't say a key because I totally forgot. I'm gonna grab the three that I had.
oh, cool.
I'm gonna grab the three it's one of these three, so I'm gonna grab those three.
All right, yeah. Do you need me to still help with that, or do you, I got some chains too? Because you said it was a new punishment, so they might
Yeah.
not be willing to move.
That's good thinking. That is the thinking we like to see here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, clothes and chains are good. I want to take them out into the woods, so I got the other blackguard guy that you met earlier. Him and I could take him, these two, and the other one that I mentioned earlier that we were asking about, but it's back in the woods for some fun.
Oh. Well, that kind of work. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right then. Who am I to judge? All right. Yeah. Sure.
He completely thinks you guys are gonna fuck him.
Yeah, exactly. That's three things.
Yeah. Whew. Can't wait for upper divisions.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, this might be a normal thing. Holy shit!
I'll get you on over.
That's the indication I was thinking. Oh, I'm gonna try
mean,
block.
it kind of makes sense.
Is that regular? You think that's cool to do someday? Actually, I'm not gonna ask. I just
Yeah, I wouldn't
get
make
there
it
one day.
happen. I wouldn't make. Some of the guys might be talking about it, but I wouldn't go up and ask them about it.
I gotcha. Yeah. Thanks.
I'm gonna try to open up the cages with the three keys.
The big leagues now. It kind of goes over. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna.
HellRaisers said gay rights.
He really did just say gay rights.
You can also just when Oscar gets back, time skip back if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that. Yeah. Actually, the first key that you try,
Huh,
you
thought
just
so.
slide into the
I was
locker.
like, that's not me out of character. That's me in character. Like, I thought it was that one.
See the woman just kind of awkwardly trying to not show anything, and it's
Yeah, I'm gonna hand her the clothing. And while I go to open the other one, I'm gonna say, watch her while I open the other one.
Sure thing.
God damn it.
That's the other one.
I'm just kind of fucking heckling. The other guy,
Who put on followers only chat in your stream?
Austin did. So 1-day follower. I think that's to stop from the bots ban.
The bots, maybe.
Hmm.
If we get raided, I'm turning it off though.
Fair enough. Thank you.
I thought you said farmers only, like the dating service. I was like, go ahead.
Bots are
Oh,
working.
no.
And I'll out of character, bots are not working. Like the fish bot.
Yeah, because they don't follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still don't follow.
I just disabled the I didn't enable it, I should say, today.
God damn it.
Enable it.
fishing
I
is
was
going.
rushing.
I would like to
sorry.
go fishing, good sir. It's a good pastime indeed.
With Vlad, you might be going rushing.
Okay.
Rushing me.
Oh.
The second one, it takes you try the same key and it doesn't work, and then you move to the next key and that also doesn't fit just right, and you get to the third key and finally it works.
Fair enough.
You got there eventually. It's just kind of watch. You see.
I'm gonna take them both and chain them together.
The kid has already manacled the dwarven woman. Who you got her name right? Yeah, Grandma. He's already manacled her, and then realized after the fact that she needed to put on clothes. So it's kind of awkward. Do you just one of those? Oh yeah, I have the keys for that. And he pulls out the keys and unlocks it one, and then just throws the clothes at her. Here you go. You should probably do this. Unless you
Alright.
want me to do this, which I'm totally cool with. I will happily. Anything you want.
I think I got this from here on. But what's your name, by the way, son?
Oh, me? All right. I'm hold on. It is written on a specific card, and I have too many of them. My name's Steed, sir. Steed Thompson.
Steve Thompson. I'm gonna take out a pad. I'm gonna take out a piece of paper and write it down.
Nervous. Okay.
You did good work today.
Oh, thanks, sir. I appreciate that a lot. Really. Is there anything else I could do for you? Were you still looking for someone, or I can look around the camp for that guy?
If you can just look over this area until that massive Goliath gets back to his position, I think he'll be good.
Which one? There's a few. Are you talking about
the one- the
Vlad?
one-
Are you talking
Vlad,
about
yeah.
Ivan? Are you? Oh,
Vlad, he
Dirge?
was here earlier.
No, Vlad. Gotcha.
Vlad, yeah, he was here earlier.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Got it.
I'm gonna take the
Here's that.
two that are chained up and start walking towards the gate while casting message to Hal to tell him I got the two here. Grab the other one. Let's get out of here.
Responding, how am I supposed to do this with Vlad standing next to me?
Cast message back. Say, well, say you had a good time talking to him, then he should get back to his post.
But there's no one there.
He doesn't know that. Also, I sent the man we took earlier to watch over this until he gets back. So he'll explain that I took the two for some fun times.
Okay. And how's gonna go? Well, Vlad,
This is not my.
I had a great time. I'll be sure to tell some of my connections that you would like to be on a raid one day.
Yes.
But I do have some business to attend to. So I would suggest getting back to your post.
Absolutely. Right away, sir. Thank you for the drink and the.
At any time, Vlad. Anytime.
You seem kind of struggle to get up from the very small bench that his knees were basically pushing the bench up when he was sitting in it.
They should really
Gets
get you some bigger tables, Vlad.
up. Yes, well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
And then Hal's gonna stand up, turn around, and walk up to I don't think Hal got his name, but
No, I said it. I said it in the message. I said
Mundral.
The other, the Harper is directly behind you. I think is what I said.
I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna walk up to him and go. And this conversation, telepathically going, let's end this conversation.
Hal's gonna get up, walk straight to Lindral, Harper medallion in hand, grab him from the chair, and with one hand show him the Harper medallion. I'm like, come on.
I'm gonna telepathically go, trust him. He's also a Harper.
You've messed with me for the last time.
The people around the table who have just been chilling, kicking back, having a good time, just all go dead silent. What have I done? Oh,
You're coming with me.
yes, sir. Friends.
I'm gonna
telepathically
catch
do
up.
it.
Take him with and hopefully catch up with Theo, if I can.
I'm gonna
Pushing him along.
telepathically go to Hal and go, do you want me to cast invisibility on him?
Oh yes, yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can find a safe space around the corner that no one would see us.
Okay. So
around one of the buildings or something.
yeah, you're around the sort of currently you're right by one of the you're by the first male housing area essentially. So you could theoretically loop around that it's going to be kind of difficult. The most enclosed space would be between the two housing units, but you could go for one of those buildings. You get the sense there's basically surveillance on almost every area in this camp, so it's going to be difficult, but you could probably find a few places if you just take some time with it.
You're muted.
I'm probably taller than him, right? He's a dwarf.
Yeah.
So is there somewhere like I could put my like body in front of him, like shield him from like the wall or some surveillance?
Sure, actually, you could. That would be helpful. And you are in the middle of essentially the community hub of this place, so yeah, it's not a great position.
I'm gonna try to get
Obviously,
him more residential areas.
Okay.
Um,
With like 2 minutes, you're able to get in, and while no guards are looking down at you.
Wait, can I roleplay this real quick?
Sure.
I'm going to pop out of invisibility, look him dead in the eyes, and go, "It's great to finally for you to be able to see my face now. I've been the one talking to you in your mind."
We're getting you out of here. Ask questions later. Darn it, do it.
Okay, I'm gonna pop invisible on me and him, and telepathically go, "You're invisible now. Follow us."
This is the weirdest fucking fever dream.
This is no
Okay.
fever. This is no fever dream. Now just stay quiet because people can still hear you.
And
Okay.
again, we're gonna
I could only
And
imagine his response.
This is
and we're gonna head. We're all gonna try to catch back up to Theo.
Okay. Interesting enough, Vlad is going to his post, which is in your direction, Theo. So he kind of walks past you with a few people and just kind of looks you up and down for a second. Just
Too. Hope it.
moves towards the big guard tower.
All right.
It's what I call social engineering.
Yep. I'm walking back towards the gate. I mean, that's why I told it. That's why I told someone else to tell him, not us. Like, there's a lot of social engineering going on here.
So with about 2 minutes, let's be honest, after you are able to cast invisibility, you guys are able to meet up at the gate, which is currently still closed.
Yep. I'm gonna turn
And
to.
we're gonna
Oh, go ahead.
go for it.
I was gonna turn to the dwarven woman and say in Thieves' Cant, how do they normally open the gate?
It's
Or
usually.
I guess they can do this in whisper. So
It's usually scheduled work parties.
shoot. When's the next schedule?
I don't know. It's very rare people get in and out very easily, but I guess we're here now, and
Okay.
whatever you said was convincing. So
Fair enough. All right.
I don't know if I want to
I'll let
know. With that,
All
take
right,
a second to swap
I have
over
a
to
plan.
Chiron,
But yeah, so
if that's cool. All right,
Yeah.
if you had something else.
I do have a plan, but I'll do it when we get back.
Okay, in that case, let's swap over to Chiron, just because it's been a long time and we haven't talked to you in a minute. So,
How you been, Austin?
hi,
Better
Austin.
now.
Good morning.
how's the bathroom?
Good evening. Whatever. So, you're currently outside, up on this hilltop with this woman who's spoken to you. Is there anything you want to do in this time?
So for me, it's literally been, hey, I know you, my boss wants to meet you, and that's as far as we've gotten here, right?
She hasn't specifically said that she knows you very much, but that's I assume.
Sorry,
assume
she
pretty
said
much
her
it, because
boss, she said her boss knows me.
her boss was an old friend of yours.
Yeah.
And she can't really say much more, and that was about 10-15 minutes after they entered the camp. So
It's what? Yeah, for them it's been a little while now. Can I roll something to see if I recognize?
If you recognize her,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Or recognize anything about the clothes that she's wearing.
okay, history, I guess, is what you would go for here.
History? Okay.
You can make an argument for nature, I guess, but
I'll go history. 12 plus 3, so 15.
you know, it's actually kind of interesting. You have a faint recollection of seeing someone kind of dressed in this sort of garb, uh, way back when, whenever you came to Ruthim and were there before you on your travel from Vicular Cygnus to Ruthim and then to Waterdeep.
On the
doing
initial trip. Yeah.
not the very first, but yeah,
I
whenever
mean,
you
the initial
departed.
journey to the mainland.
Yes, you likely would have recognized um, a sort of clothing style like this, not very common at all. Um, and it's just something that you recall out of the very back of your mind. Um, there's not much really to it. There's no real personal connection that you can pin uh, with this sort of attire. However, it does kind of strike you as something sort of familiar, like a distant memory that's mostly faded.
Okay.
But
So I'm curious. What makes you believe I am who you say that I am?
Chiron Magna.
Yes. Because remember, out
Because
of
you
character.
just said so.
Remember,
He's wearing the hat of disguise, but like,
should have worn that. That's fair. I've got other people that I have like relying on me being here. So where exactly are you talking about us going?
I am aware. And I am talking about you going to the safest place you can in HellRaiser territory at this moment.
Where's that? The middle of the dark woods?
No, Dark Woods is beyond HellRaiser territory. Though I don't mind dipping in every so often. It's a bit of an odd place, but
How far are we talking about from here?
to the coast. You've already traveled about halfway through. It's just the other half.
Wait, do you mean that you want me to actually go to the camp itself?
To the camp? No.
It's on the coast.
Though you are outside a camp right now, which is a bit of a peculiar endeavor.
Needless to say, that is very true. But isn't there a camp on the coast itself?
Yes. It's
How do
not
I
what
know?
I'm referring to.
Before I leave, I must know what this is about. Before I even remotely think about abandoning the people that I'm with currently.
You don't have
Because
to.
that's
As a matter of fact, it might be better if you wait for them. Whatever they're doing.
I would prefer
Gathering
doing that anyway.
markers.
I'd prefer doing that anyway.
Then we can wait. It's just... I have a friend who might know where the rest of these harpers are, and how to gather them.
Hmm.
Again, what I can say is limited.
Chiron's going to turn to Ajax to see how he reacts to that.
Ajax is looking really confused and holding a piece of paper just kind of loosely.
Thing to say about that?
I have no idea, and he just kind of holds the paper out to you. Just kind of keeps looking at the woman who appeared from a cat.
He holds the paper out to me.
Yeah, just kind of like sort of extends it to you.
I'll take it and I'll read it.
Yeah, now might not be the best time, but I was working on this for a while.
It's Hunter's got a piece of childhood artwork like that he's been drawing.
I can send it to you actually privately.
Me and my new friends.
Sure. I would like to see what it
Because
is.
this information.
I'm gonna put it on the fridge.
Yeah.
It's just a drawing of all of you, and then like just an arrow pointing down. It's just Thornak, and it's just an open space between two people.
I don't know what happened to that, so that kind of sucks. But okay, this is gonna take me a minute. But he just kind of says, "So it's I was looking at the Harper medallions. Remember when I asked you for
Mhm.
those? So I just kind of put the names on a list that I recognize. Now's probably not a good time, but this is what I've been doing.
Well, thank you. Greatly
I-
appreciate that.
Fucking weird. She was a cat.
Well, I mean, what are they called? Not is it druids? It's druids that can wild shape, right?
Druids can wild shape.
I mean, yeah. If she's a druid, she can wild, so it's not all that unreasonable.
Just kind of looks back and forth between you with folded arms.
I mean, heck, you can do the same. Well, you can do it
You
now.
have a fair point. Yeah, you have a very fair point. Touche.
Okay. And Chiron's going to turn back to her and be like, if you don't mind waiting, give me a little bit. Let me wait for my friends to return, and then I will accompany you, either by myself or with the rest of us. If you believe that you can be of help, you and your boss can be of help in finding these remaining individuals.
I believe coming with me is your best option, and I believe bringing your friends is too. So I'll be
Good to
here.
know we're on the same page.
And she kicks back.
All I heard was balls.
Wait, what?
What?
I heard something about I don't know.
I'm confused.
Chiron's going to go back to watching, but every once in a while he's going to turn back to make sure no one is sneaking up on.
There's a bit of wildlife around. in
No,
this
I
area,
mean
but
her.
it's not. Yeah, no, she seems to not really be budging. At one point, she does actually just come up with you and kind of put her arms on the hill and look down. Just silent.
Also, is she human, half elf?
She's human. She's a
human?
human.
And
I will.
let me get this straight. She's human. She wild shaped, and she's wearing basically a
Essentially a
fur.
little strap and
Yeah.
like kind of exposed stomach area, like basic, like
I
very
get what
basic
you
clothing.
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crop top basically. Yeah. D and D-ified.
Okay.
All right.
There's a faint resemblance to like the clothing style that somewhat Chiron remembers, but not really.
Yeah. It's like a faint memory, and you can kind of pin it like you've seen someone dressed like this before. Probably not this exact person. But
someone just dressed similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just don't remember a name or anything like that, though, right?
no, just probably like a passerby on the street, essentially. So I should have sent you the list, by the way.
I got it.
Okay. So if you want to look over that.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we'll cut back to Theo, Hal, and Tharnak, who are now with Londrol and Gren.
All right. So I can see how they open the gate, right? It says like a crank on the top.
Yeah, there's a mechanism up on the top of the gate that is.
Oh, I thought. Okay, never mind. You don't have the spell, I don't think.
I'm confused.
Oh dear.
Me too.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Let's see. Is there a way up onto there that I can see from where I'm at?
Yes, through the big ass tower. But there are also a lot of guards, be it Blackguard, which seem to be very prominent on the walls, but there's also sort of rookies and middle ground people that are scattered around. But there's a big guard presence up at the top.
There's only one person that's operating the crank, right?
There's probably one on each side.
Oh, so see that open the crank. Okay. I'll have to look at how and say, well, how do you want to do this?
So, by the way, whenever you first entered, only one of the doors was opened out of the two.
Oh, okay, so they don't need a both be crank.
No, and it was just a smidge open, basically just enough to get through. Like, this is a massive
Okay,
door,
that's
but
fine.
they were very conservative.
That's fine. I can try to talk to one of the gatekeepers, maybe bribe him or tell him that like taking some prisoners out for a punishment.
I think that's probably our best option. I don't really know what. Oh,
Do you have the other one?
yeah, he's with Barnack.
Oh, okay, I see.
The fuck is going on? Out of thin air.
I can talk to one of the gatekeepers, maybe see if I can get the gate open a smidge.
You want me to do it?
I mean, if you want to give it a shot, you can.
What did you tell the young dude?
He kind of insinuated most of himself. I think he thinks we're gonna have like an orgy or something. But
Did he say that was? Did he say that was like a common thing, or is that like?
he said it was. He said, "quote It was big leagues."
Okay. I think I can work with that.
They won't know what I told him. But if you want to,
I need some inspiration. You know,
how much gold do you have?
enough.
All right. Do you have more flasks? Maybe they don't need monetary.
Sure.
Give him 2 more flasks.
I'll give him his 3 empty ones back.
Good, keep the empty ones. But all right.
I don't know. I guess want to film.
All right.
And Hal will walk up the towards one of the men opening the crank.
All the way up at the top.
That's really far.
It's on the wall. So if you wanted to walk up to one of those people, you would have to go through the guard tower where everyone is and make it all the way up. Whenever people entered and exited, there was essentially shouting from the bottom up.
Oh, we can just shout from the bottom.
But how many people do want to know what we're doing?
I mean, do you think they're gonna ask questions? They said it was scheduled normally, but you can go up and talk to him if you want. But there's gonna be a lot of guards in the way. Now they might not stop you, but
I think it's better if we go up there and then you get these people out, and I'll figure it out.
well, they might just close it after you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. How's he gonna make his way up? It's really far, but that's what he's gonna do.
I'm gonna just look intimidating over the prisoners.
Okay.
I'm actually probably gonna have them probably kneel.
Fair.
I'm really just having
Cool.
them rest their legs, but no one else will know that.
While this is happening, Hal, you enter essentially this big sort of common room
Mhm.
where there's a whole bunch of guards just sitting around tables and kicking back. There's weaponry on the walls, like quick access, and just basic stuff. But this seems to be a common room, and there's a staircase that wraps up.
I just realized I kept all 5 of those keys.
Maybe they'll come in
Don't worry
handy.
about it. Don't worry about
later. We have to eventually destroy this place later. Just gonna mark
Okay.
that down.
5 racks of HellRaiser keys.
I think it's just 5 keys, right?
No, it's 5 racks.
How many keys is that?
That's a lot of keys.
You could just throw them to someone. Be like, hey, I forgot to put these back. You don't have to. Though.
Probably not a bad idea, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a good idea to hold on to these.
I'm just worried that you're gonna leave some people locked in cells.
True. I'll probably just find another rookie to be like, I forgot to put these keys back. Do you want to?
Sure. I'll say while Hal is in the process of ascending, you can give over the
Just
keys.
call them off to some rookie.
Do you want me to take the prisoner's keys too, or do you want me to leave those with you?
I'll hold on to their keys.
Awesome. All right.
Love the accent.
Sure thing, sir. Kinda.
I'll look a little like I'm having too much fun when I say that last part. Just to throw some fear into him.
Intimidation with advantage.
Let's go.
Just for fun.
Okay, good thing I had advantage because the first one was a nat 1. It's an 18. Wait, plus no, I don't have any modifiers, so that's just 18.
Right then.
God,
Yeah,
what would
please
have
do.
been?
I don't know what a nat 1 would have done. That's true, but I'm glad I did find out.
Fair enough. With that, he kind of walks off with keys jangling. Hal, are you going up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm going. At least where I'm pretty sure the way to get to the crank is.
Upstairs.
Yeah. So you go up this sort of spiral staircase and reach an upper level, where it looks like there's a lot like more equipment here. You see there's some rooms where there's currently some, HellRaisers are kind of taking off their gear and calling it a day. Kind of going into some sort of barracks, basically. Staircase keeps going up.
Keep going.
All right. Seems to be another layer. It's getting, pretty much more chill here. More places to sleep. Slightly larger rooms. And then the top layer above it has smaller rooms. The very top of this tower, it's not the very top, there's a staircase that keeps going up, but the part where you hit the top of the wall, that level is essentially pretty open. It's essentially a big watchtower area, and keep going up and there's more watchtower above, but at this point you are at the top of the gate level, and you can see there's guards positioned around.
I will approach the man operating the crank.
Okay.
Just going straight for it. I'm not trying to make friends here.
Interesting note. Pretty much everyone on this front gate, maybe barring one person, is a blackguard.
Okay. Idea
The-
time.
I figured as much.
Yeah,
I
the
figured-
other walls are a bit more slack, but this is like there's a lot of blackguard here.
Okay. New plan. Before I go out there, I'm gonna duck into one of these rooms real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast, if possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make your way into a room.
The roll.
It's empty.
Got me. Okay. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self again, but turn myself into a rookie guard.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then make my way back up.
Okay. So you come up with the orange sort of pads with the little logo on it and brand new shiny armor.
Mhm.
Light color, and make your way on over to past a couple of blackguard, and one goes, "Hey, hold up. Where do you think you're going?"
Sorry, sir. The blackguard down there asked me to come up here and ask to have the gate lifted for him. So I was going to come talk to the guy operating the. I'm new, sir. I don't really know how this works, so I was just going to talk to the guy operating the crank.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
It's health specialty, right?
Yes, sir. Skills, persuasion. Oh, that's stealth. Okay, first one's a dirty 20. That's a +9.
All right,
so
kid. Just go.
okay, thank you, sir. And he's gonna briskly walk away towards the guy operating the crank.
This is
They'll
what
let you pass along this long wall before you eventually get to the sort of gate section where you see a Goliath man, tall and blackguard armor, who's just standing there, kind of pretty menacingly with a massive weapon, massive spear. He's just
Hi, sir. I've been asked. Ordered by one of the blackguards at the bottom to ask if you could open the gate for him. He's gonna take some prisoners out to the woods and he said have some fun. I didn't know what it meant, but he told me to give you this, and I'm gonna hand him 5 gold pieces.
make a persuasion check, and this will be a straight persuasion check actually. Kind of looks down at you, down.
It's 26. It's a 17 plus 9. It's on D20. On D&D Beyond.
Brings his head down to you. Okay.
Okay, and he said just lower it whenever you see me outside. He wants some help wrangling them. I'm just doing as I'm told.
Understood.
Thank
He
you.
stands there. It's a massive crank, and he is like holding on to it. It's like a fucking tree trunk, basically, that he has to turn.
And then I'm going to hand him the 5 gold and head downstairs. Head back.
Rookies. All right, with a few minutes, you pass another rookie who is kind of putting the keys on the racks and trying to remember which one goes where.
I think that he brought 5 keys, not 5 racks of keys. Like I didn't know you could bring.
A rack of keys is like the circle thing. That's like what a rack of keys is.
Yeah.
But I thought he meant he just brought 5 keys on a chain. I was like, okay, that works. No, I didn't realize he meant like 56.
Yeah.
The fact that I got the first one or on the first try is crazy.
Yeah. All right. He probably took like the entire set, basically, of like everything on the wall.
Okay, like a black card going, yeah, it's the one on that row, and he like the guy was just too scared to ask which one the row is, so he took them all. Because I felt that at work before, like because that's what they want to say, like I want that cigarette thing, and I don't know anything about cigarettes, so I'll just grab the whole row. I'm like, it was this one. I have options.
Yeah, he's pretty much on that level right now. Okay.
Love creating manual labor.
Yeah. You're able to make your way down, and you see there's just some prisoners that are just kind of lounging. They come over to the building across from Theo, and they're coming out with food and going over to the lunch table areas. As you make it back to them, crank begins to spin, and the gate begins to open. There's a conversation on top of the wall.
I'm not gonna wait for the conversation to happen. I'm just gonna take the prisoners by the chains and with. I don't know that this new card is hell, but
I would have gone, "Hello, sir," and then like held the heart from it down.
okay. Threw me for a loop there. I'm gonna grab the two prisoners, and I'm gonna tell you to grab the other one. I'm kind of just gonna shove them. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one. You're gonna grab the other, and we're just gonna like shove them out. Like, be overly aggressive.
Let's go, scum. Push.
I'm not gonna wait for the conversation to even end. I'm just going for it.
The gate is like barely open, so you kind of have to like try to push it a little more, and you are actually able to get through with a little bit of effort. This gate does not open easy, but like.
Yeah,
I would assume it would have just opened if we gave it like another minute.
You could have 5 gold, you would have 5 inches, all right?
All right.
And I'm just gonna start leading them towards the nearest wooded-ish area where we had our camp earlier.
That is straight west, and it is a long way to get there.
Is there like a closer area that we could go that's wooded?
Yeah, a bit to the south is where Chiron currently is.
Okay, yeah, then I'll lead them to where Chiron is.
Yeah, southwest area.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah, I know where Chiron went, so yeah.
There's a small commotion that seems to be stirring at the top of the gates. It's just kind of like, what's going on? Wait, what? There's a bit of a confusion as these people are just being let out of turn.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
But
I hope to be gone before they realize.
But by the time people kind of sort out things that aren't quite in order, you are already through the tree line.
Let's go! That's social engineering.
Yes.
I thought they were all being led out. Like, I thought they all had escorts, basically.
No, it's just
They are the escorts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they had escorts. So
Normally it's scheduled, though. This wasn't scheduled.
I mean, yeah, but I mean...
We had escorts, though, so it's not like we're just seeing his exit.
It's not like there's just random people just leaving the place anyway.
But it's definitely weird. Like, it's a weird sight.
Yeah.
Sure.
We don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah, there's a bit of a commotion, and Chiron, you actually spot them coming in, or what you assume to be them.
I'm wearing the same disguise, so.
Yeah.
I'm still invisible.
That looks different. And there's Harper's question mark, so.
Question mark?
Let's lead them back towards Chiron.
The woman gets up from her knees. All right, then. And she just turns.
And I'll unhook it. I'll of course unmedical them, and once we get far enough away.
I'm going once we get up to Kara and all them. I'm going to take off invisibility on both me and the other guy.
Well,
okay.
I think that all considered that went pretty well.
Yeah, it actually went pretty well.
Surprisingly well.
Hey, y'all made it out in one piece with 3 people?
Wait, who's this third guy?
Well, she was a harper. He was a harper. Not him. They were working together, so I didn't want to just leave somebody.
The fuck is going on? Please don't. I'm not interested in any of the. I'm confused.
Look, she seemed to trust you. We were here to break her and him out. So
Out of character. I think she was pointing to the. You
No,
asked
but
if he was.
they had talked when I questioned them. They were both looking at each other to answer the question. So
Wait, but we
Oh.
only. I thought there was
No,
only
I
one.
don't know
Sorry.
him at all.
Let
but
me explain.
we just wanted to make sure we weren't snitching to the guards.
I mean, you can go back if you want, but you're more
I
like,
don't know this guy at all.
all right,
No, I'll do.
You have been
whatever
free.
you want.
Please stop
I'm-
resisting.
This is.
you can go
yeah,
back
this-
there if you want. But if you
Okay,
want to stay here,
Hold
Let me
on,
explain.
hold on. I thought
explain.
there was only one Harper in.
Chiron, meet
second.
Grenick, and Lundral. Two Harpers. Grenowick. Sorry, I've only read it. I haven't heard it pronounced yet.
This woman is actually a little aged. She's a bit on the older side. And with this, Ajax kind of looks. Grenowick? These two are originals. Hi, and he just kind of gives a big hug to both of them.
Hey, I don't mean to like rush things or anything like that, but I think we probably should follow that lady over there. Apparently, she has a good idea as to the rest of Harper.
who's
Who's that? Yeah, who?
She, well, apparently she's some kind of druid, or at least somebody that can wild shape. Apparently she knows me, or at least her boss does. And
Wait. Wait. You can wild shape?
no, she can wild shape.
Yeah. Pointing to her.
She's walked off at this point. So,
Oh.
Yeah,
can wild
she's
shape?
like a few trees over and just kind of standing there in the distance, waiting for you to follow.
She can
Well-
wild shape?
I think the further we get away from this prison, the
I mean,
faster.
she showed up.
better.
She showed up here with a looking like a cat. She was a black cat that looked like Matthias' cat. Interesting, to say the least.
Was she always Matthias' cat, or is this a new thing?
I don't know. I'm very curious about the same thing.
Did she kill Pepper? Oh no!
I never met someone who could wild shape.
Wait, Tharnak,
What?
and he just holds out his hands towards Ajax.
I mean, like, that's a different thing.
Can we just get out of
It's
here?
still-
We're standing
it's
outside of a
a
prison.
Yeah, you
wild
know, I really don't want to.
So a person who can wild shape can just turn into whatever.
I
I
just
think.
I really gotta point out, I've been here before. This doesn't go well. I've never broken anyone out. I thought she was dead. The other guy actually is dead. I saw his head. So, can we go? Because
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, we should get Matthias though. He's still with the wagons.
Yeah, we're going back there. To get our
Oh,
wagons.
wait, actually, out of character, are we going?
We should get them.
She's waiting to go to the coast.
How far away is the wagon?
Is about the same distance.
As to the coast, or
You're
as to-
essentially in the middle of HellRaiser territory right now. So full west to the wagons, on the edge of HellRaiser territory, is essentially the same distance as full east to the coast.
We
Fucking,
should probably get Matthias.
How far can?
Well, does she would know who Matthias is, though, right? If she know who you are, you knew who Matthias is. Does she know who Matthias is?
Also, Matthias' cat.
Apparently, she knew me from when I was first on Ruitham. Apparently, or yeah, when I was first on Ruitham. I don't know if she would know Matthias though. Me and Matthias never came back this direction.
Oh well.
Why don't you go with her, and then we can take the wagons back and meet up with you.
She said it was a good idea for us.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, I just said it. I was just saying that she
Jack.
said.
Austin, go.
That's what she said.
I was just saying that she said that it was a good idea for us all to stick together.
Okay, well, we should get Matthias and our wagons.
And with that, she interjects for the first time to the group of you and just simply says, "You won't be needing him. The 4 of you mainly.
Well, maybe we can send.
Sorry, Bearman.
Maybe we can send Ajax back with the Harpers to find Matthias, and they can go back to somewhere safe, like root them proper. Get aboard our ship or something.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Are you cool with that, Ajax?
I'm sorry, I was just trying to get over the fact that we're still next to the HellRaiser camp, and I
Yeah.
don't like that."
Yeah, you go ahead and take those 3 with you to Matthias and the wagons. We'll meet up with you shortly, hopefully.
Will
To
they
ruin them
be
proper.
safe?
Do what?
Okay, I'll do what I can.
If you can move quietly and safely, there's wagons. I'll tell them location. They can take you back. Should we tell them to go to ruin them proper? We have a ship there, right? Would that be safe? Or there's an inn. Probably I could give them gold for a room or 2.
Well, do we want them to go on to Ruthven without us, or what do we want to do?
Well, they're not going back to Grimhurst,
That's true.
and that's the only other city I know.
I was in Ruthven. Londral speaks up, and I that was when the HellRaisers kind of came in and they kind of took us. So that's the best idea, but also
Do you have somewhere safe that the Harpers had that you could go?
Yeah, there was a safe house on the south side of the city.
Other than the safe house.
I think that safe house isn't so safe anymore.
It's not so safe.
There was a lot of things that happened there.
Somebody broke. Okay.
We have a ship, but it's a HellRaiser ship.
Yeah, why would they think to look on a HellRaiser ship? That's a great idea. Okay. Do we go? What
was the name of the captain? Do we get his name, or have I just referred to his captain?
He had a name. I don't remember what his name was.
I'm curious if anyone remembers it.
I'm gonna see if it's in my notes.
I remember the name. I think I remember the name of the ship, but like that ship's gone now. So
Yeah, we swapped ships. I remember that. We pulled a Jack Sparrow.
we pulled a Sid Meier's Pirates. We saw a better ship than ours and took it.
Yeah.
It's a Jack Sparrow.
His name is Captain Baja.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
That was-
Baja Blast, of course.
If you give them information about the ship, and they could stay like under the deck until we're ready to dip, because we could take them back eventually to the Sword Coast, and they could meet the other Harpers.
Ajax is visibly more shaken than you've ever seen him, and Chiron, you've been noticing this the whole time. He's started getting more and more anxious throughout the entire journey, to the point where he's not really paying attention to anything anymore. Just, I want to get out of here, and I will do whatever you want me to do.
Yeah,
Just let me get
go
away from this camp.
back to Ruthven. Stay out of sight. Get on the boat if you can, without being spotted as best
There's
as
a
possible.
HellRaiser ship in port. It should have a sail on it now, which will make it stand out.
Yeah.
Can any of you do the disguise thing on them if they're being hunted? Because I think I'm probably fine. Maybe I look a bit different now.
You can
I'm
give me.
I've got 2 other disguise kits. Actually,
I've got
probably
disguise
3
kit
other.
as well. If we can, I can spend 30 minutes to become more proficient in it, but
It's okay.
let's not do that here.
We'll take the supplies. We'll do it on the journey.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll hand him a disguise kit.
Do you want your carts back, or do we take one cart? What do we do?
No, just take both of the carts. We'll meet you there. We'll probably travel down the coast to get there.
That means you gotta go through the dark woods.
Or we'll come back and go around the dark woods. Either way.
All right, whatever you want to do.
Maybe we can take a ferry.
Also, was it just one horse for each cart, or were there two horses?
It was one horse.
one
per cart.
horse.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going then to Rutham, and we'll be on the ships.
My name's Captain
Don't
Baja. He should know
stop.
who we are. He is a harper, so
Get on the move before they realize
Yeah.
something's wrong.
All right, let's go.
oh, that's fine. All right.
We'll make sure.
Hey, Ajax,
And Chiron's gonna look at Ajax and be like, "Hey, Blaze is still over there too. Keep him safe. Don't let anything happen to him."
I'll do whatever I can. And
Or just book passage
How?
on a ship for mainland.
Yes.
he walks up to you, grabs your hand. Thank you. There are 3 more Harpers alive now than there should have been, I guess. Thank you all.
It is my mission and my journey to save and get information on all of you, and I intend to see it through.
Be safe. Runs off.
You sound like my mother.
Glance over the shoulder as he drags the people through the woods. Tail end is this guy who has no idea what the fuck is going on. He's just trying to.
Yeah. I see. They were looking at each other like they trusted each other, and I didn't want to leave someone behind. He was a good person, all right.
All right.
It was pretty clear they weren't together.
What do you mean? They looked at each other when I started talking about. They both knew the person, and they were looking at each other like they trusted each other.
I thought it was pretty obvious.
And I'm not. I mean, I helped 2 people instead of 1 person. All right.
Okay.
They seemed to be like they were together. So
So, as they split off, no one looks to you. So, I can guarantee you safe passage through this territory, but you have to trust me. Is that too much to ask?
well. Good to
I do not
it's-
know you.
I would say at this point we don't have a whole lot of other options.
I think you have a point.
They might
Well,
come
let's
with.
go before you get guards called on you, yeah?
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Probably fair.
It's going to be my first time in prison, but I don't really want to go back.
Alright. She begins to start walking sort of south-ish, still, but east. So sort of down this slope. What appears to be kind of the direction she may have came from. Because it was kind of hard to tell, seeing as she came from a bush. So she's leading you on then. As you continue on, you find essentially the edge of the thin woods where it turns into the dark woods, and you can see that the tall, thin trees go to these thick, shorter variants. She stays a healthy distance from it, but continues to walk through the wood. As you continue through these trees, skirting your way through the lower portions of HellRaiser territory, it does, in fact, thin out, as it seems the forest itself seems to stop a bit before that point, you pass a very natural area with a lot of wildlife, but she seems to have skirted north to avoid that. Still going east. Goes around this section and continues east towards the coast. As you push on, she brings you to an open area where you can see up on a hilltop a old, what seems to be dwarven keep. You can see a cross in the back where the water seems to meet the land. What you think, based on the trajectory of the cliffs, is the top side of a few masts, but it's overall hard to tell what could be down there, as it is a cliff face. But you can see water.
Does this look like the place that we saw from the top of the mountain? Or does this look like a different... Okay, it looks like... Does this look like the place that would have been a little bit farther to the north that looked like it would have been a camp?
This is not the Dwarven Naval Base, and this is not the camp, though. You think that by looking up the coast, you may see the light of camp, and you do actually see towards that northern area a good amount of HellRaiser ships are surrounding that naval base on the coast. That too is also elevated, but that is large and imposing, and it looks like that would be a hard time to mess with. But you do see this old keep before you. She looks up to it. What we're about to do might go against what you think is the best option, but I guarantee you it is. Will you trust me through this?
I mean, we've gotten this far, but what exactly are you asking us to do?
Turns to Karen. Your friend is inside. She looks up to the keep. My employer.
My friend.
I have a question.
For you? That was the quietest. I have a question.
I have a question.
I have a question for you. Cat lady. For one, who are you? Two, what religion do you practice?
Oh no.
I am bound by contract to speak nothing beyond what is absolutely necessary.
I mean, this is necessary for trust.
Also, I would like to roll an...
You've come up
Roll a
there.
what? Sorry?
I would like to roll an insight check as well.
On her?
On her saying my friend isn't.
Yes. Okay.
I didn't know Chiron had friends.
No, Chiron did too.
Tarnak, what did you ask? Sorry?
I said it's important to know for trust.
No, I might know who his friend is, and it'd be great writing.
That would be a 12.
I'm concerned. I don't know who it could be, other than maybe one person.
I have an idea.
Tarnak.
Yeah.
She make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. I got you. Persuasion. Oh,
Also, that was a 12 for insight.
22 and a 22. I rolled two 22s.
Chiron, she seems honest. Her employer is inside. It's the same person she's been referring to. It is someone who at least claims to be your old friend and knows you by name. So,
Okay.
it's a bit hard to read because she is being kind of vague, but she is also she's not saying a lot, but she's also blunt in a sense. It's a bit weird.
Woman of few words.
She looks to you.
Woman of strict contract, apparently.
If you must know, I believe in the old gods personally, those of this land who are ancient, forgotten to mainlanders.
Cthulhu.
What?
Damn it!
Damn it.
Where that grim that
Hold on.
Brutham had its own pantheon.
You said old gods?
Yes. Aspects of nature.
Yes, I am pretty sure I can connect the dots of what you mean. You know what? Now you've piqued my interest. I'm in.
Oh no.
You have
I'm not-
half of my trust.
Well, he's not about to let him walk in there by himself, so
Yeah.
You have half of my trust.
I'm gonna say out of character. She has absolutely none of my trust, but I'm not gonna let them walk into a thing alone.
I was intrigued by you at first, but now you disappoint me.
Very well
Just-
then.
You
Perhaps I'll
disappoint
just
me.
have to show you. She begins to walk towards the mountain. And we're going to take a 5-minute break while I get the visuals up.
All right, cool. I was gonna say,
Hey.
have anybody
As-
in it? Okay.
As she says this, Chiron's gonna look back at everybody else and be like, he's gonna whisper this and be like, I had a feeling she was gonna say that.
This means nothing to me, and I'm very concerned. Can I make a religion check and see if I know what this means?
There's no way you would know this.
Yeah, if it's
No.
old gods,
Let
then
the
what?
dice,
possible
let
way.
the dice
I
do
might.
this thing.
No
I read
way
a
in
book.
the world.
I have
No,
read
he
a
did
book.
read a book on this
I read
island.
a book.
Well, you haven't fully read the book, to be fair.
I skimmed the
There's-
book.
There's
yeah.
no way he would know this. No
Dear dice
way.
gods, I pray upon you this day.
See,
That's
even
an
part of
outlaw.
me is confused on what. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway.
Well, it was an out one, so don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, plus it's a 3 now because of the helmet of bias, but it's
Okay.
All right.
5-minute break.
All right. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we come back at 9:15 and
21.
have things rolling. Okay.
Okie doke.
I will see you all soon.
All right. So you are brought from this clearing of trees and over here, damn it. Why it's over there. You're brought forward from a clearing. The distance there are tall trees, and before you is this open expanse where you see this structure, which is not fully loaded because terrain.
Terrain.
Okay, there we go.
You know what I also just remembered?
Mhm.
This is the second time I've broken a random man out of prison.
True.
Character consistency here. I did it the first time we broke out of prison, and the second time we broke someone out of prison.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
here is current. Chiron. As you emerge and get a view of this place, you and you alone can make a history.
Okay.
That's fair. It's probably
That's a-
from the war.
10 plus 3, so a 13.
There is a faint memory in the back of your head that it's almost deja vu like feel you've seen this before. You're not quite sure where, but this kind of looks sort of familiar. This structure is it's been you've seen it, not
Okay.
in personal experience, but probably in some textbook somewhere.
In some textbook somewhere. Okay.
So the interesting thing, she has just stated this is probably not going to sound smart. She advises it anyway. As she leads you, getting to approach this sort of
Ooh.
upper staircase, you start to make out some figures up on the wall. Specifically, 2 at the front gate, and 2 in the upper watch.
Okay.
You recognize these people. Again, sorry, this is representation. Using Minecraft villagers just to represent people.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
this is the first build I ever did. Just give me some slack. For D&D, you see Blackguard. These people are in HellRaiser, and you don't really see a single rookie on this one. Granted, it is just the 4 at the front right now.
Oh, so I thought you said they were statues for a second. No, these are actual people.
No. Yeah, there are 2 people right in front of the gate, and there are 2 up in the watchtowers. Seem to eye.
Are they hooded? What are they?
They're wearing Blackguard uniform, which is essentially deep, dark iron, like almost black plates that has sort of jagged shoulder pads, and metal. It looks like these are probably the highest ranking guard in the Hellraisers.
So
Well, I mean, like, are they human, dwarf? What are we? That's what I'm getting at.
Gotcha. Interesting note. There is a mix. Some of the people on the wall are dwarves, are humans, some are Goliaths. It is a mixture.
Okay.
So we've walked right into a trap.
well, not yet. They don't know each other.
Don't do anything rash yet.
Not yet.
Just be prepared. Be on guard.
Right. So our plan is just to walk right in there?
The woman walks confidently ahead, up to the cliff face.
For the time being, let's follow her. For the time.
All right. I'll follow.
Okay. As you push ahead, reaching up, you see one of the guards pokes his massive Goliath head over and looks down. The woman speaks up. This is official business. Come on. Open the gate. Eyes the crowd here. Looks at Tharnak, Ao. Eric has sent me. Come on now. And the gate is open. Dark iron bars are lifted up and a passageway. He begins to just walk inside.
All right.
Okay.
I guess so.
See, inside this keep, there are people all around.
Well, your mic's acting up.
Yeah, it sounded like your mic was acting up again.
Oh shit! One second.
Static.
Static.
That was buzz. Thank you. So, you do see actually on the ground floor there are a few people who are not Blackguard, but like they look like there are no rookies in this place. Like higher ups, but not in full Blackguard armor. Those are few and far between.
Are any of them tatted or anything like that?
Like tattoos.
Tattooed.
You mean?
Yes,
Is that what you're
tattoos.
saying? Yes.
Yeah.
You don't recognize much in the way of like anything universal among them, but there are some people who have tattoos. Some of them they're in HellRaiser uniforms, and they eye you. They just kind of stand where they are. Watch. To your left,
All right.
see a long dead old tree. Two people in cages. There's also a small section of this wall that seems to have opened almost circular door. And she begins to kind of walk in this direction, ignoring the other side, which appears to be Eric's living area of some sort.
Okay.
And seems to be walking past these people and leading you to this.
All right.
What do the people look like that are in the cages?
Not super well treated, but not. They aren't being actively tortured like some of the people in HellRaiser camp that you were checking out.
Human, half elf, dwarves again, or
I left my iPad. One of them, I believe, is a human. Another interesting note, by the way, is you do see people. Some of these people are not either in HellRaiser garb or in HellRaiser garb at all, regardless of ranking. Some of them seem to be wearing the same type of clothes that this woman is. There are a couple around. Not many, but
okay.
there are. There, an interesting note. You do see. Actually, make a perception check if you're looking around, because I assume you all have
I
your head
would.
on a swivel.
Yeah,
I just saw
100%.
HellRaisers. Yeah.
Yeah.
They said we just, committed some.
I would
egregious
say
crimes.
that's
Hey,
all
we
of
didn't
us.
do it. We didn't. They
Who
can't
are you
prove it was
talking
us.
about? None of us were there.
That is a 12.
That's a 17 for Chiron.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did investigation. My bad. Perception would be.
Mine is a 5.
An
That's
11.
a 10. That's a 10 for Hal. No, 11. Sorry, 11. 11.
That's an
Okay.
11 for you.
As far as smaller wildlife, it's strange. You see, there are some wolf-like dogs around camp that seem to be submitting to authority. These people in natural-esque clothing. There are some owls, birds, and you also see
Imps. Okay.
Really?
yes.
I'm gonna have Commodore just kind of sit back and watch.
Okay, where are you having him sit?
A bit outside the keep, maybe on like a tree.
Okay, so probably like that tree over there.
Sure.
This is a very fortified place. There is one way in and out, and there's a cliff on the other side that goes straight
Okay.
down to water.
Okay.
Yes, one of the people here is a sorry, it's a human. Human man. The other one, a dwarf.
Okay.
All right. He brings you to this door, which seems to lead into a hallway. All right. As she brings you through, an interesting note is you can tell this was constructed by dwarves, as the ceiling is, there are archways here which are rather low. However, you can see that they've just been bashed through. For
Fair
larger
enough.
people, so
It's
there is
efficient.
a segment above where it's just been fucking bashed in, and the original work was just fucked up.
Someone doesn't care about architecture.
It just got full on like fucking plot through. As you push in, you see at the end of this hallway 2 blackguard that stand absolutely still and just watch you. As she
Okay.
leads you. Hallway curves. You see at the end a singular door. 2 more blackguard standing out. More
Right.
passion.
Clearly somebody important.
Very much so.
As you reach the end of the hall, the woman stops, looks at the 2 blackguard, goes up to the door and pause for. Who is it? He gives a brief reply. I come with your friend. Pause. Send him in. Him alone.
Oh.
Oh, fun.
Hmm.
You may wish to stay here. You won't need that.
I'll be honest, I'll take it off when I feel safe.
Fair enough. You push the door open. You see inside a villager Staring at them robot. No.
Just a villager.
What's up? It was me, the barman, all along.
Chiron is gonna.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chiron enters in. One of the guards shuts the door behind him, and both of them, their spears in there.
Right. You're just gonna lean against the wall.
Oh,
It's a change of pace.
I'm gonna look at.
That's actually really good.
Huh. I'm gonna look at one of the guards, the black guards there, and be like, "Do you guys have a library?"
I don't think they're readers. Pull out one of my flasks. Drink.
Nothing.
Can I have one?
Fine. I'll hand you a flask.
Thank you.
What does
I'll
the
just-
individual look like in front of me?
No, Thornik didn't give him back his flask, so he's gonna take out another one.
Okay.
I thought you handed me a whole new one.
Hey, Jeff, you're kind
The
of breathing
person-
into your mic.
The person is the first thing you see. It is a man. A height between a dwarf and a human. This person has very defined, slightly bulging cheeks, a tight, bulbous nose. His mouth is buried somewhere under his thick, bushy stash. His beard is about as bushy as yours was a couple days ago.
Yep.
Austin, not Chiron.
Oh, mine.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Chiron's probably didn't shave for a little while up until recently, so.
And he currently sits reclined in a chair that leans against the wall. As you enter into this room, there is a chair before you that is empty. Head on a swivel, though, the first thing you acknowledge, make a religion check.
Religion check, okay.
Baby
Sacrificial
Hydra.
dog.
That's a 16 plus, what's my modifier?
My frost salamander you killed.
It's just a regular 16.
So, it's kind of easy to tell what a hellhound is. There is a large black dog with, like, breath seems to put out steam. And it's currently just lounging by fire, keeping warm. The one more person is in this room. There is a woman who is in the back corner, who bears very similar garb to the person who brought you in a very similar style. She has blonde hair, flows down, and a bit of a sort of natural attire. Kind of stands in the corner and eyes you by this closet.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I recognize you right off the bat.
Oh, well, I fear that be the case. But that's all. Please have a seat. Where am I, man?
Chiron's going to take a seat, but he's going to kind of move the seat a little bit closer to the wall and angle it. That way he can keep an eye on both people at the same time.
This person's going to be behind you pretty much no matter what you do. You can keep an eye on the Hellhound.
Well, I mean, like, I'm going to turn the seat like 45 degrees.
Oh, so you mean you want to do this?
I'm going to basically do that, but it's not going to be 90
But not
degrees.
as severe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
It's gonna be- it's gonna be a-
like,
It's my
like
couch.
that. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna be basically like that, so I can basically watch back and forth just in case.
All right. You see, before this man is laid out a map of the general area, coastline, the fort, and this room is cozy, if not for a bit of an uncomfortable atmosphere, as this isn't as familiar as we're hoping. But it is probably the second coziest place you've been on this island, considering Brimhaven.
Yeah.
Seeing you turn the chair, man speaks. Well, that is my lovely wife and puppy.
It's not too often that you see a hellhound in the material plane.
No,
It's quite
it is-
intriguing.
Who's a good boy?
So I'm sorry, but I
Snarl,
didn't catch your name.
bad boy. Oh,
And Chiron will actually reach out to shake his hand.
Eric Blackguard.
You already know mine, but Chiron Magna.
Mine's me. There's no need for left my dice.
You might need those for D&D.
Total professional.
I don't think he needs them. I think he can peer through it pretty
Actually, yeah, I
good.
think you're good. No,
Yeah.
I just don't think he needs dice. I think we should
It's-
just leave the dice to us.
It's
No, I know what he's rolling for. I don't think
Yeah.
he needs them.
Can't peer through the illusion. I don't believe you need that. Come on. I see an old friend's face. You're safe here.
table!
Chiron will remove the hat.
There's boy.
And as he removes it, he's gonna set it on his kneecap, basically, as he's sitting there.
You put on the dog.
Give the dog time to adjust to it and he'll turn into something else.
I have too much stuff here and not enough space, so I'm gonna take a second to rearrange. A minute. Sorry. So many notes. So much stuff. There we go. Okay.
As Chiron's sitting there, he's gonna look at the man and be like, I'm sorry, but I don't believe I remember you off the top of my head. It's been quite a while since I've been this direction.
Make
It's been many
a
years.
history check with disadvantage.
Okay. 18 on the first one. And a 4 plus, what's my modifier?
You don't remember.
5, 6, yeah, it's 7 on the second one.
Well, I wouldn't quite expect you to. You were young at the time. But just know I did you a favor back in the day. Did you know that brothers typically tend to want to avenge one another? I knew that. You might not have.
Chiron's gonna think back. I don't want to metagame about it though. Was that history check just to remember him? Was that history check to remember what happened?
It was mostly to remember him, but yeah.
Can I roll a history check to see if Chiron remembers what happened? Because I know what this is, but I want to make sure Chiron remembers.
Okay.
It's a 16 plus 3, or plus 3 or plus 5? Plus 3. 19.
Yeah. Care to speak for?
Hang on. That, if I'm remembering correctly, that was over 10 years ago. If what I'm thinking is correct, that was nearly 12 years ago, actually, at this point.
Been a while. Just know back in the day, I did you a favor. And I will say, better place because of it.
What makes you say that?
Well,
And I will give you this. You're not wrong. At that age, I wouldn't even placed a thought to that about brothers. Even though, for myself, speaking for myself, I would have done the same for my brother as well. But
you were with him, weren't you? I recall this to be you.
he was the one that couldn't fight. That was interesting. He was older than me too.
Well,
But wait, who were you in that picture?
I was nobody. Call me guardian. Let's just say I was in the right place at the right time. Find a certain someone may have just started the next great war. That person's no longer in the picture now. You're welcome.
I appreciate that because if I had been any more intelligent from a young age, I wouldn't have done something like that.
All right, we all do dumb things. Dumb. Cards?
But then again, he still had it coming to him, though.
Sure. Necessary evils and all.
It's true. But I wouldn't have killed him if I had the chance.
Nevertheless, what happens, happens, and time moves on. Oh, the joys of immortal existence. Evil breeds evil and all, whatever they say. Then again, I suppose you're probably wondering why you're in the middle of a HellRaiser camp. That's so. You recognize this? You might.
Off the top of my head, I myself do not.
You never studied in history, did you? You know that the name of this is Inthar.
Isn't that a tiefling name?
Well, necessarily. Quite sure, to be fair. Maybe it was. Maybe it's tiefling. Maybe it's dwarvish. Time has a funny way of blending the two. Missplit. I'll tell you, this keep many ago. Traded places. A lot, actually. It was built, I think, by the dwarves. It has the dwarven construction, though in the Great War, you know that this keep was essential. See, there was a small group of about 20 tieflings came to this place as a surprise version, if
Well, I knew of the special forces, but I knew nothing of this place specifically.
you. Ooh. Well, they'd rather it be that way, wouldn't they? See, in the Great War, your keep was what changed everything. See, there were tieflings that came to this place. They took it over from the dwarves, but they pretended it was still with them. There was a secret outpost here that tieflings stayed for about a month. Do you recall how the war ended?
Well, I recall that my grandfather died in the last battle, just off the coast of my homeland.
It's funny how these things work, really. That dwarven naval base, bit up the coast. Familiar with it?
I've seen it. HellRaisers greatly enjoy it.
Called Rethgar. Used to be a dwarven stronghold. Still is. Turns out it was never taken. It was just made to look taken. So many teeth were lost in that assault. But you know, that was the point. That last. Okay.
What a dramatic exit.
That was such a dramatic
He
exit.
disappeared in a puff of smoke.
And just like
I
that,
am,
he's gone.
I am behind the screen. I need to. Hold on. I need to do this again. Turn off show non-video participants.
Don't forget to. Yep.
You do? Alright. Want to check if that's good on the stream?
Are you implying
It's
necessary-
only showing the oh, never mind. Looks
No, it's fixed, yeah.
good.
Yeah.
For a second, it looked just like it was only the one couple. We're good. Never mind.
Are you implying basically a massacre to end the war?
Actually, it was, in a sense, from what I recall, quite a spilling of blood on both ends. The was a great navy, wasn't there?
I mean, being a nation on an island, we have to have a great navy.
The best way to take out the place, gorgeous as that navy. That group of 20 tieflings responsible for simultaneously enabling assault put this Ruthven navy, some to your homeland, some this here keep which they believe with an entire infantry, and even more striking them. Yet, city of version. How funny is war?
It's brutal to say the least, but
It is.
it can change at all the weirdest times.
Would you consider yourself a fighter?
After my journeys, yeah.
No. Really?
Well, after all the stuff I've seen, there's some stuff you just can't get away from by tucking someone out of it. Sometimes the sword is the only way.
We're getting somewhere. But diplomacy has a place as well, doesn't it? So I think we have an interesting dilemma. I wish to be free. You've spoken of the Great War. You've spoken of war. What do you know about the wars before the Great War? Something like that.
Well, as you correctly guessed earlier, I don't know a whole lot. And you're not wrong, I didn't study a whole lot in history class.
Well, I know. That's it.
But I do know there was an age of devastation for a previous god. The amount of which I don't know. But I do know that there was a very dark time.
Propaganda. So much propaganda. Setting. They let it get to you. But then again, they did fully still see. Agreeably, it was a dark time. I'll give you that. But it wasn't all bad. See, I would argue in a darker time now. Just don't realize it.
That depends. I've seen some pretty stark darkness in my journeys, one of which being a very devastating cult that pillages and destroys villages. But if you're getting at something else,
That wouldn't happen to be HellRaisers, would it? Because that would just be awkward.
well, that's not what I was getting at, but they do pillage and destroy villages too.
Yeah,
So,
that's hard.
but actually, no, I'm referring to a different evil, one that is more mainland than here, and surprisingly enough, on an island south of here, even farther south of my homeland, this evil resides there as well.
But that's interesting. And you're fighting for the good cause. Take it out. Stop the spread.
I like to think so, but I'm curious as to what you're getting at.
Where? I think I might just help you. I think I can give you things you want.
Something like that always comes with something in return.
Right you are. Now,
As Chiron crosses his hands on his other knee, with the right hand sitting on top of the left hand.
you're covering.
No, it's uncovered. His right hand is sitting on top of the left hand.
You're not wearing any earrings except for the warmth and honor.
Mhm.
You are covering it, or you are uncovering.
No, Anarisa's ring is on left hand currently, but the other ring is still on his right hand. No, the thing that I'm not covering up is the fact he doesn't have a pinky.
Yeah. Things come out of price.
Understood. Interesting. Dark dealings.
You could say that.
Thank you for it.
Sacrifices have to be made to gain the information that you need to do good. But I'm curious as to what your, not necessarily to say demands, but interests are.
Nothing. The contract.
It's always a contract. That's not what I'm curious about. I'm curious about what are the details of said contract.
That's where we get to. You may wish to bring in your companion. Should bring in at least one. However, those who are in this room, I'm revealing this information. Be sworn secrecy. Understand the serious repercussions for not.
Now that I can understand. But if you do tell us this information, and we decline your contract, are we still free to leave?
Information. When it gets to the wrong people, bad thing.
It's kind of the point of the secrecy. Swear, is it not?
Yes, but that involves signing a contract.
Sounds like you need two contracts. One to keep us sworn to secrecy, or one that we do what it is that you want us to do.
I think you'll find my offer.
I'll bring in my friend Hal. And Karen's gonna.
Just one.
Why, do you have a problem with that?
No, one is all that's required. But I wish for more. So I suppose we can go over the deal.
That would be preferable, seeing as it would determine as to who needs to know, and who wouldn't need to know the secrets that don't need to be spilled.
My friend.
Can I interject to something?
What?
Can I interject to something? This is just what
Sure.
it's not related to this, but so even though Theo's been holding a flask and like taking smuggles, he's really been looking through Commodore's eyes, just watching the keep, seeing the motions and stuff.
Big brain.
Yeah,
That's clever.
Before Chiron opens the door, he's stood up at this point. He's walking towards the door, but before he gets to the door, he's gonna turn around and look at the individual and be like, you made the point of my people taking this place under secret. I'm curious. Have you done the same?
Evils. They're traded. A better outcome. Been long.
Out of character, this character reminds me so much of someone that I've seen before, and I don't remember who it is, but damn it. Okay, Chiron will turn back around, open the door, and call for Hal to come into the room.
And Theo will have no idea because he can't hear anything.
I was gonna look a little surprised.
What?
And walk towards the door. And hopefully the guards move their spears.
They do.
Okay.
I would hope so.
Yes, fam. What is going on?
Theo gives no response as his eyes are glossed over.
And Howell
Son of a-
Howell entered. Wow, this place is really nice.
Thank
It
you.
is very cozy.
Hal, nice to meet you all.
Pleasure. So,
To who do I owe the honor?
the door shuts behind you. I suppose it's only fitting. With the look of the person before you morphs from this dwarven into
Jeez.
No.
into a woman with wings, red skin, tail,
That's what I figured.
they
That's what I figured.
all
What?
black spear rested against them.
That's what I figured.
Well, it's not what I was expecting. But the pleasure's mine.
Anyone outside these walls, I am Eric Blackguard, leader. To anyone in this room, refer to me.
Can you repeat that name for me one more time?
Inthine.
I guess that's one.
Nthine.
I guess that's why they call them the HellRaisers.
It's a little
No.
more complicated than that.
I meant Blackguard. Blackguard. I thought it'd be more. I thought it'd be a more creative reason. They were blackguards, but no, it's the guy's last name.
No,
I'll be honest.
Go for it.
I'll be kind of honest. I kind of figured. I kind of matched up those two pieces whenever I saw imps running around outside and the fact that you have a hellhound. Interesting to meet you.
A pleasure, old friend. Now,
I must say I'm quite confused and clearly did not know the historical context. But I do promise my secrecy and will not jeopardize the thing you have going on here.
She reaches into sort of area under the desk, pulls out paper, roll, rolled up, unravels before you. The
What
paper,
color is it?
It is gray.
Okay.
Grayish paper.
It's neon green.
Out of character. I was looking for a specific. I won't get into that right now.
Dealing with the devils.
Okay.
True.
Here we go. I'm just creating a duplicate of this so I don't mess with the original. Do that. All right, and now I share this document with the two of you. People outside are going to be a bit limited, sorry, unless bring more people in. Okay. Link. Here. Okay. Copy link. Bam. Austin and.
What's happening?
You're gonna share a document.
You are getting
Yeah.
a link. There you go.
I like that joke about the son of medieval NDA. It's pretty good.
Thank you. I thought it was funny.
All right.
Oh shit, this is really long. Oh no, it's only 2 pages. That's just long for me.
Unravels this scroll before you. A bit of explanation may be in order.
Oh, that would have. The first pack would have been helpful before.
May I read the document first, if you don't mind?
Sure. Though I suppose. Sure.
It is genuinely an NDA.
Dude, the first pact would have made. Oh my god! Why didn't we just come here first? Why didn't we just come here first?
We didn't
What
know.
the fuck?
We didn't know.
Really
how.
did.
Oh
They
my
only
God.
told us. They only told us mid raid.
Yeah, literally mid raid.
Like we were leaving the raid.
By the way, to anyone who is not familiar with that image, she is a Cambion, which is considered a fiend.
Technically an actual demon.
Yeah.
Devil-ish. Not even.
Devil. Yeah,
Not either devil or demon.
You have to
really.
call. You have to call this episode.
but she is actually a being of
Yeah.
the plane of hell. Like
Sort of.
So,
It's a bit complicated.
yeah.
You make a
You
religion
definitely
check
need
if
to.
you want.
You definitely need to call this episode D and NDA.
The DMVA.
That's so cringe, but it's funny at the same time.
All right.
Yeah, give me a second to read through it.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Am I the witness? Or am I sending this?
Basically.
Thank God.
That's why they needed extras. Not fair, but it makes so much sense.
Meanwhile, Theo, Tharnak, you guys doing outside?
I have looked over this entire place just in case this thing goes wrong. I want to have an exit strategy.
Orak is still wanting to find out if they have a library.
These people are not responding to you.
Yeah.
You're
And right now,
essentially.
Reader's too, because he doesn't know, because he can't hear you. Unless he speaks
Sonic
out
is-
loud. Yeah.
Onak is then going to sit down and go in the eyes of Balboa and start looking around.
You are. Okay.
Huh.
Where are you going with Balboa?
No, I'm
What's the-
trying to find a library.
There's probably not a lot.
Austin, you're fully muted, by the way.
He's deaf,
deafened.
so he doesn't hear
He
us
can't hear
talking
us.
while he's reading, so he can focus.
Yeah.
He was saying words though for a second.
He's probably reading aloud. Maybe. I don't know. He'll notice. He'll find out eventually.
he'll-
He probably knows. Yeah. Okay. Damn, this is a big deal.
I feel like I don't know what the first fact is, but it's definitely I will release your Harper friends from prison, and they're like, "Nah, we got that." Wait, what?
Like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but there's more.
It's sort of like we'll release them and we won't go after them after they're released. And I was like, "No, we already did that." I literally came from there.
On
Oh,
my
there's just
website-
more.
On my website, you can find this. Probably it'll be up relatively soon. Probably around the time this gets put up. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, how's everyone else doing?
dude, you aren't supposed to read that though. Just so you know. Unless
Yeah,
you get
I
brought
will.
in on it.
Why would they just not tell us sooner? We didn't have to break.
I mean,
We risked our life for no reason.
They told us when we were leaving. All right, I didn't.
That
I don't
you
know
probably
what
get
the
on
fuck's
notice if you know it. It's metagaming.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to use that information unless they tell me.
There's some good stuff in this pack.
Packs. That just makes me laugh that it's like a pack drop. You know, like
I mean, NDA.
yeah, the NDA.
which pack? Because there's
Hmm?
what?
What?
I thought your mic died. You said like 2 words and stopped.
TNNDA. That's so cringy, but it's kind of funny.
It's definitely what you got to call the episode.
DNN. I was just gonna call it HellRaisers. This is the first thing
Yeah.
I've ever
Hellraiser.
with them, by the way. This is the only thing. I
Dealing
have
with
planned.
devils.
Way back at the start.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need like a breakdown on what the fuck just happened because I'm very confused.
You're the witness. There's a contract here. You can read it.
Kodak and I are just vibing in other planes.
Okay, so the leader of the HellRaisers is actually the Cambion, who's in disguise taking over the HellRaisers.
He's a Cambion.
But she is not Eric Blackguard, which is a fucking dumb reason to call him a Blackguard. I thought because he wore the black uniforms, they were guarding the town. Like, that made sense.
Out of character, she would explain that it's actually a little bit of a history drop for you. Chiron's muted, so you won't hear it, but he's focused on the pack. Because it's pretty important. He's getting into this.
This is where you take a level in Warlock.
She would tell you that the Blackguard already existed before she really got involved. It used to be the elite defenders of the Blackguard used to be the elite defenders of the city of Ruithin.
That's what I figured.
They were sent to back up the people who were in this keep and who were in the naval base.
Yeah, but
And-
that left Ruthven undefended.
Yes.
So Ruthven got
However,
taken over.
During that time, they gathered, took the naval base and the keep for themselves,
It's a
and
loud snap.
they became the HellRaisers.
Also, I think I heard this knuckles crack from
Yeah.
through your mic. That was powerful.
So how does
That's actually
How-
something that Chiron would have done immediately after reading that too.
This is where you take
Um,
Lynn Warlock.
so wait, how does this devil lady, it's Cambion, and whose name's already forgotten? It's bad.
Nimthine.
No,
It's on the
Tharnak.
contract.
I wrote it down.
No, but how does she know? How does she know Tharnak?
Tharnak?
She doesn't necessarily know Tharnak per se. Are
Not
you talking
Tharnak.
about Tharnak or Chiron?
Chiron.
Just confused.
I was
So-
like, whoa! She knows about me. I'm not in there.
How does she know Chiron? Because
What's
I knew
the
Chiron from the war, right? So I guess they must have been on opposite sides.
Yes and no. Or hang on, are you saying this in character or are you saying this?
Okay, let me say in character. I'll go. So how do you? So you're old friends with Chiron? How do you guys meet?
Me and
That's
her.
Story to share.
Is it his?
You wish for me not to share that story?
No, the choice is yours.
At the time, it wasn't necessarily me and her. It was her previous disguise, I believe at least, that basically kept me from basically having a bounty on my head at a very young age. A very, very young age.
And starting another massive war between Ruth and. But we don't have to get into.
Yeah, I agree.
So Chiron messed up and almost started another war.
Messed up is the light way of putting it.
That makes
We'll
sense. And
speak.
you-
We will speak about it later.
okay. Huh.
I assume you have questions.
Yes, quite a few.
Just a curious individual.
Here's where I'll start. You're about to get a history lesson. Much love. Now, tell me, either one of you, what is the difference between a devil and a demon?
Their place of origin.
I thought it was just a religious thing, different names for similar occurrences.
Narrow-minded. No. Oh, no. Demons are creatures of evil, infinitely spewing, realm known as. Perhaps some of you know the origin of devils.
They exist from the nine hells, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but how did they get there?
Now that I don't know. From my assumption, I assumed they had always been there.
Did you religion are either garbage, pay very little attention. Devils,
I would venture to say they're probably garbage.
One-sided is the term I would use.
I would question.
Didn't have that.
Demons are an eternal plague on this realm and all realms. Devils are the evil that. Devils were born from angels, fought after and you whatever. Devils that were born due to corruption that demons caused. See, angels are holy and good and better than thou, but it's a devil who really keeps. Are you familiar with Asmodeus? Please tell me.
Should I roll a history check? Because I know what it is, but should I roll a history
It
check
would
to
be
see if my
religion.
character?
Yeah, I like Hal might know, but I don't. So I'm gonna roll for it as well.
It's gonna be
So
And
religion.
I am wearing a hat of the pies, so
Yeah,
That's an 18.
essentially, as long as you don't get a 1, you can figure out who Asmodeus is. Asmodeus
Kind of
is
a big-
essentially the Satan of this world.
Yeah, he is
Satan,
the devil.
that's a 19.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's the prince or the king of the ninth ring of hell, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Asmodeus.
He is Satan.
Yeah, basically.
A talented pianist.
He is the devil of all devils. He's the reason the
He
nine
is the man
hells
who
are
lost.
filled with devils. Now, here's an interesting fact. Devils being what keeps demons at bay. You would think a higher place in the world, but no. We were deemed evil. Gods. We do the gods' dirty work. Now, fast forward you. I'll just say fast forward in time. Keep it simple. There comes a lesser deity, risen to power through the incompetence of another. One who was willing to make hard decisions. One who realized the value of devils. That deity's name is Magma. Plane Guardian. You know, nowadays, devils are being persecuted even worse than tieflings are. The rest of the world. And the worst part? At this very moment, it's happening by other tieflings. Devils and tieflings used to be war buddies, but ever since Hyros came out, now my kind is killed on sight by your elemental plane guardian.
Since when has that happened? Because my people haven't left the island in years.
Oh, not the people on the island. Side. The elemental plane of fire houses quite a few of my. Believe it or not, all is evil. Not all of us are. You can say it's nature, you can throw the shade of the world upon. We're the ones at the end of the day. So,
You do realize that's a big change in story for me to just believe out of the blue, correct?
well, I would expect no less, seeing as you've been doctrinated way your life, but then again, any practical religious force for the place tell you that that's the truth. I personally have my own forces. The demons, the eternal forces, eternal life, serving the most just cause one can. And we get no thanks, only hatred. But I understand. All of us are evil. Isn't that right? Because surely, of all the places you've gone, people have accurately judged you. You have surely been welcomed everywhere as just another person, not devalued,
Are you asking me this?
Oh,
If you believe that there has been zero persecution on myself ever since I left my homeland, even while I was on my homeland, you would be sorely mistaken.
point, dude. World isn't quite fair, is it?
It never has been. And I never said that it was.
Here we are. Pair of devils. Now, I run Magna. You're an interesting.
He's a crass individual.
He's a bit of a fool, doesn't he?
That he does. But that doesn't mean that he listens to me.
Oh, you are the best.
Hearing it is a smoke, to a smoke. I thought I was making the joke, but it could actually happen.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. There we go. Right. And now, there. That is not streaming the right thing. Sorry. There we go. We got it eventually. That said, you are the best. Sertish Greylock is the son-in-law of the recently deceased council member on Elemental Training.
Figured as much.
Now,
What makes you believe that my father would have the pull on the elemental side, though?
there's a seat on the council, one way or another, a voice speaking. A voice of mercy would be rather helpful. Sertish, he knows that devils, I wouldn't say not all bad. Not all devils are the worst. I merely wish to stop my people being hunted, put up as trophies. Fully understand. Goes on. What I do know is, mind you, I don't claim that the Nine Hells are a perfect place. What I do know is, some people try to make life elsewhere. Some don't follow. And if I might argue, surely you of all people would understand why the massacring of your own people for no good reason is illogical. If you had a chance to do something, if you had a say in the matter.
I would try my best. You are correct.
Now, I ask, for the first pack, the only one you're tied to upon signing, the rest are optional. Could you choose? for your full earnest to, well, the document says it all. Ensure Saratish Greylock takes over instead of his wife, fills the seat. All these harpers, of which I believe, judging by heard from outside, you brought 2, 3, 2, one if she's tired, are set free. So long as they're sworn to secrecy.
You have 5 harpers in captivity?
We did. We broke 2
You have
off.
3 more, though. Am I correct in believing that?
2 harpers in captivity. One of them has cause.
Interesting.
So I am curious. Based on what I know of the council rules, which is limited in my knowledge of the elemental side, but from my knowledge of the council rules on the material side, typically it is the male of the household, whether marriage or not, that would take the seat either way.
That's why
What
it
is-
would be easy. Ask.
But that is why I'm curious as to why this individual isn't already in the seat as it is. There has to be reasoning for him not to be in the seat.
His views on devils are, and he is only recent. There is a chance that representation rise. Of course, I wouldn't mind that. Well, I would mind. Regardless,
There's good on both sides of the evil coin. Am I not wrong?
the woman does not share the same religion. And so there's a current debate on whether or not he is worthy to take the seat, or if it should go daughter. Bloodline. Saratish is not related.
By what causes did Ashhart die?
Oh. He's passed recently. There's a
But by what causes, though? Was it natural or was it planned?
what I have here is a chance not be persecuted. Make things right again. Sometimes I believe things ought to be as others say.
Here's where I'm curious. If my knowledge serves me correct, your kind are quite powerful individuals. They have extremely great magical prowess, and from the little knowledge that I have, I'm pretty good with any weapons. So I'm curious as to how your people are being persecuted this badly.
Only those who wish to go through old homes were. City. See, we may be everyone. How do I put it? I merely wish to ensure more benevolent.
Ooh.
I'll be completely honest. I'm not really all of that interested in the powers that you wish to grant me. Sure, they would come in handy, but I still believe in my God, and I still believe in my homeland, and I will stick to those guns no matter what. Now, that being said, if your people really are as good as they say they are, is there any way you can prove to me that fact?
I'm here, am I not?
It still doesn't prove it. I mean, if we're speaking frankly, all I've seen from the HellRaisers is stealing money from a lot of people and
Well,
putting
that's not
people's head on spikes.
only the most. Sure, it's evil, but it gets the message across.
I'm curious.
What do you know of the people of Grimhurst?
Seemed quiet. Seemed scared. Fearful of the HellRaisers.
God, that. This island has not seen conflict in 30 years. Why that is? My people, my organization, everyone here.
Don't get me wrong. I've heard it and I've seen, sure. There are no other forces that have attacked this island ever since your people have been here. Don't get me wrong. I've seen that. That your forces are ruling over people with fear. I don't know about you, but coming from my homeland, that's not how we carry out things, at least not with my people.
Is it not? Do you not have
No.
walls that divide your city? That stop you from crossing between? Are you not
If
layered
you,
in a
hold
caste?
on. If you believe that those walls actually make it to where people can't cross from city to city, then you don't know our material side at all.
You have borders. Families claim territory.
It's territory that's been claimed for generations.
And yet the people who rule it change.
Rarely. The last change was during the Great War, at least on the material side. And that was due to an entire family being wiped out.
Know how whenever Pyros came to pass, do you know how many families slaughtered? Do you know how many opinions were suppressed? You think you're in a better place now? You may be. But ask yourself, are you really? Do you really have all these glorious things?
Seeing as I lived there for my entire life and traveled to literally every part of that island, yes, I do. I haven't traveled to the plane of fire side, so I can't speak for there.
It's
But speaking for the material side, yes. It is as I make it out to be. I have seen every corner of not only my district, but of also the rest of the districts on that island. Barring one family that decides they want to be different. That's the only family I can't speak for, and the only family I'm not sure if they actually want to be there or not. But speaking for all of the other districts besides theirs, I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that there is no persecution on that island. Sure, we don't allow humans in there since the Great War. But that doesn't mean that if one ended up there that they would die.
Fusion.
You do realize, as a member of a noble family, I literally was required to explore all of the districts,
Of course.
no matter whether I had a guard or not. It was my job to know what went down in my district, no matter what.
Listen, I think I have a rather good deal here. Right. I just don't executed. Not too much to ask. For it, your Harper friends are free. Try to break them out. Trust me, guards if you did. Furthermore, yourself, like to cast. I know you've seen it your whole life. You've wanted to. But no one
As good as that sounds, there is no way that I would ever have the pull with my father to even remotely have something like that be successful.
then convince your brother to. Whatever means you have to go through. Zaratish Greylock needs to be.
Ever since my brother turned 18, he has ceased to talk to me. Ever since he basically became my father's puppet, he would not talk to me.
How would you like to show him you're better? Come now. You. That's just the first one.
As much as I would love to outdo my brother, as much as you apparently know about me trying to outdo my brother, it still doesn't take the place that he is family and he is my brother. Just as you said before, we would do anything to protect the person that is that close to us like our brother. He may not have spoken to me for a very long time, but that still doesn't change that. I am sorry, but I have to formally decline.
Pyro. Please. Round. Your brother isn't harmed. No one is. This is merely a diplomat. An attempt at persuasion.
My response still stands. I respect you, and I respect your people. But my response stands.
I'm sorry. I must insist.
If your individual is as good as he says he is, then he will receive the seat on the council, whether or not I'm there or not.
I was hoping. Picks up her spear, slams it against the ground with a pounding ring.
Shit.
Well,
Well, so, can we talk about Freedoms of the Harpers, though? There's like 3 more of them. Quirtle's not with you. They're just
she
information
doesn't know.
gathering.
She doesn't know we broke out the other ones, right?
She does, though.
No, she does,
She got some news.
because her friend.
Alright. This is gonna be interesting.
All right, well, that's what we're calling it. So, another
Yep.
cliffhanger. I got 2 cliffhangers in a row. Solid.
Alright then. I'm gonna need to set
That was a good
some-
one.
That really was. Oh my god.
Can I just say that we broke out those people without firing a single shot?
True.
That was pretty good.
We had a stealth mission that didn't go poorly.
That's called social engineering.
Ooh. Okay.
That was good. It's a good one. I'll play
I'm
Rocket League now.
excited.
But that was
I didn't know
that
what
was
way
good.
you were gonna go, and I think it's gonna be. Next session's gonna be interesting, and
A bloodbath.
nobody has had a short rest yet. So Tharnek, you are out of spell slots.
Can we
hold
talk
on.
about this?
Wait a
Like,
minute.
Actually,
wait
he
a
probably
minute.
would have gotten one while he's sitting out there.
That's true. You two have been sitting out there for like half an hour at least. You would have got a short rest.
Gosh!
Yeah, we've been chilling out here
All
for
right.
a while.
All right,
Uh,
I'll give it to you. The
any
other two
damage
were
or-
engaged in a bit of a conversation.
I can get my 1 spell slot I used back if I want it.
I
Damn.
am at full capacity right now. I could fuck shit up. Will next combat only be me using Eldritch Blast? I guess we'll have to find out.
it's a probably.
This is
Eh.
gonna be
Possible.
I have not done a sneak attack since we leveled up last time.
Damn, look at you.
this
Damn,
next session
son.
is gonna be
Damn, son.
you.
Are you winning, son?
Because we haven't had a lot of group combats.
This
That
is
is true.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, I I'm
Oh man.
going to go to bed now.
All right. I'm sorry that
Alright.
a good amount of this session ended up being slow for a lot of people. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I think it was pretty split up though. I mean, it was like
good.
it was like the
It was
three of
very
us, and then it was Chiron's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next session's gonna be
Everyone.
faster paced, I'd say. To say the least.
That was a good one. I was a fan of that one.
I am concerned.
You could have just signed it, Austin. Could have freed all the Harpers.
I mean, his soul
I'm
and your
like-
soul would be on the line if you fucked with it. But yes,
Yeah, his soul would have been
only
banished to the 9 hells if he didn't follow through.
only
That's
only
just
if you
the
fucked with the
attempt of
contract.
it. Just
See,
yours, not mine.
I am
If you
curious
fucked
on what
with
this
it,
is going
your
on
soul and
about.
his would
But,
be on
you
the
know.
line. If you
Oh
would've-
shit! I thought.
Yeah,
I thought
yours
it
will
was
be on the
winning.
line too.
if you would have failed as a witness, so if you would have fucked up, then both of you would be held responsible.
Man,
Oh,
I want to
shit.
know
Alright, well, that
what the
would've
fuck
been
is going
unfortunate.
on. I want to know what's going on.
See, the thing is, I don't know whether to put this in the video, the contract itself in the video. I probably could.
I mean, for other people like that, like not us, I feel like it'd be a good aid to have.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, for those two, Sarnak and Theo, you're not supposed to read this contract.
I'm not
Um,
even sharing with it or anything, so yeah, I probably won't.
But technically, it wasn't signed, so
That's true.
Yeah.
Technically, if we get out of this, everyone can know.
really fuck.
Can we just talk about how they have more Harpers or nah? Because that's kind of a surprise.
Which, yeah, 3 more based on Ajax's calculation, which I believe I sent directly to Austin.
Yes. Yes.
Alrighty. Well, I am going to call it a night here. I am tired.
Yeah, I'll